this, just splashing it everywhere. He had. Let's go. Woo!
Happy Wednesday, guys.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wawta Wednesday. It's been like 3 weeks or so.
Yes. Well, I guess we skipped 2 weeks. We skipped 2 weeks, I think. Right?
Yeah. Last week we skipped, and then the week before that I was at my Nana's. Mm-hmm. So it must have just been 2 weeks then.
I think just 2. Yeah, we've missed 2 podcasts,
yeah,
which is weird because I'm so comfortable doing it. Last week was all my fault because my physical therapist, which I canceled tonight, I'm not going to lie.
Canceled?
I canceled it tonight because I had a really rough day yesterday. And it kind of followed into today, and I just kind of decided that I wasn't ready to go through like what homegirl wanted to put me through today. So I just was like, I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow. I've got like, she added all these sessions. So I'm like, I'm fine. I'll be fine. Yeah. I shouldn't have canceled. But at the same time, I was just like,
it happens.
I'm not mentally there. And I just, thank you. Anyways, so I'll just explain why. So in the morning, so I run a page on Facebook with my area keep Tahoe. I live in Tahoe. And I keep Tahoe aware, right? Well, I have a bunch of people who contact me, and I have a specific source that's very reliant, okay? And they let me know that there was a fatal car accident in Tahoe City, which is an area about 10 miles away where we do our grocery shopping and stuff. And it kind of like hit me pretty hard because someone was speeding really fast. The speed limit through town is 25 miles an hour. Like, we're talking old school, slow-mo, take it easy. This person was going like 50 to 70 is what I've heard. I'm not exactly sure. They were going way too fast. And there's a gentleman who would drive like a golf cart and water all the flowers through town and trees. And this person that was driving fast was going so fast that they literally rear-ended this golf cart and chucked the person out of the golf cart, and they died.
Oh my God.
And so it was like really heavy on me yesterday because of my experiences in the past that clearly I haven't dealt with enough, apparently. No, I'm just kidding. But it like really set me in a place where I was like, I just am not driving that much right now. I like really kind of put like in a weird space, and I'm grateful that it's not someone I know, but I also feel terrible for the family.
Yeah.
Because it was just all over the interwebs trying to figure out. And someone posted a picture of like the crushed golf cart.
Oh my God.
I deleted it off of another page that I moderate. And it was just kind of one of those things where I was like, this is too much for my brain. I need a recovery day. Straight up. Like, that's just kind of how I dealt with today.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then side note, my day kind of was a bust, but I went to go to work for my mom today, and I waited for her for an hour and a half. Called her 6 times, texted her a bunch, never contacted me. I'm thinking, is she okay?
Yeah, seriously.
Right? She finally gets a hold of me. Oh, I fell asleep while I was doing my billing.
Who does that?
She paid me for the time I was waiting, and I'm grateful, and I would have never asked.
I would have.
I'm just not like that with my mom, period. She felt so bad. She came by my house and like wouldn't leave until I said, I accept your apology.
Oh my God.
She would not leave. And that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I try not to take that shit personal, but I'm really glad I skipped physical therapy because I would have not been in the right headspace, especially after that too. Cause I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's a tiny part of my little check-in, but I like to hear your check-in first. But that was why I skipped my physical therapy and why I did my thing. So I just needed a mental holy fuck break. So, yeah.
Yeah, our check-in, I guess. Well, we've been off for like 2 weeks, so there's a lot to catch up. The first one we missed because Jordan and I were at my grandma's house.
Grandma, Nana.
And we got back on the Wednesday, and I'm like, nah, I can't do the podcast. And like, we were there for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we left on Wednesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, 5 days, which is legit. It's legit, but like
good amount of time. It's a lot.
we felt we should have left on the Tuesday instead of the Wednesday. Just mentally, you know, like we love being there. We love staying at my grandma's place. But no, I think we should have left on the Tuesday, because the Tuesday was like just a lot. It was just like, my grandma's great. I love her. And like we went out to like this other like far like town that's close by, and we thought she knew where she was going. She really didn't. Wasn't giving directions to poor old, Jordan driving, because Nana will not drive. She's like, you guys could drive. Here's the keys.
Jordan getting mad.
He literally pulled over the car and Googled where we were going. And she's still trying to like tell him, like, maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. And then he's like, the phone's telling me, Nana, it's fine.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard.
And also it was a hot day. We were in the car.
And he is so distracting. The heat, like,
and like
always
we're
add
not
more layers in the
like,
cold, you know?
Yes, I'm technically from there, but like we're in like another little town. Even if we were in like Vernon, I lived there when I was a child. Like from like kindergarten to like grade 4.
Uh-huh.
I have no awareness of where anything is, okay? Like I literally
sense of anything, like, right? Like you might remember how it smelled.
I remember,
you know,
from like, it's weird. Like I kind of remember certain places, like we're driving past and I'm like, this is the main road. I know what this road is. I know that like this restaurant was here. There was an ice cream shop here, like Smitty's, or like the Waddy's place was there. But like other than that, like I don't have a sense of direction in Vernon whatsoever, except for when we get on the road, and like I know how to get to our old house.
I know where I am right now.
I know where I am right this very second. Other than that, no. And like from my grandma's old house that she like lived in forever, you don't have sense of direction, period. Rude. I do. Actually, when I started driving truck was when I started to develop a better sense of direction and where things are. And I can memorize how to get to point A to point B by looking at things. But if you want me to tell you the streets and stuff, not happening.
I can't tell you the streets, but I can tell you landmarks on the way.
I can tell you that place.
You know, that big mound or whatever, you know?
You got to go right at the place that has like 6 flags just sticking up of different countries.
They remove the flags and you're fucked.
I'm fucked. I'm screwed. I don't know where anything is if they move those flags.
It's so funny. I get that for sure.
But yeah, so we had a great time at my Nana's. There was an old like car show. We went to like one of my favorite places growing up, like Davison's Orchard, which is like one of my favorite places growing up. Like I loved going to Davison's, but everyone loves going to Davison's. I tried to make a TikTok about it, but the TikTok's like, because when you're making a TikTok and you're making all the clips and stuff, and then you don't fully X out of TikTok, you kind of like close it down and then open it up again. It sometimes asks, do you want to like continue filming
editing,
or do you want to like leave? And I pressed cancel and lost everything.
Oh, that's the worst.
And I was pissed. I had clips of me feeding goats. I had everything of like one of my favorite places growing up, and it's lost forever until we go back like next year. But but
how
for
far
now,
away of a drive is that, by the way?
Vernon's around 5 hours long.
That's a good trip.
Yeah, like coming back felt like forever, because last year in BC, we had huge flooding. We do it in 3.5. Yeah, we had huge.
I remember that.
Monstrous flooding. Like it took out like the highways. It flooded towns. Like it was not good. So a lot of the highways, they've like made some new highways where like, or they've fixed one part of the highway, so you have to like one lane at both ways for part of it, and that part's all fucked up still. So it just kind of makes things longer. But yeah, so we had a great time at Nana's. Patrick had a ball on Nana's. He loved it at Nana's.
So amazing.
He loves going outside.
I love it.
He friggin' loves it. And there was one night when him and I, we were at literal war, him and I, because it's the middle of the goddamn night, and he wants to go outside, or he wants to look outside. He wants to sniff outside. And there was a quail outside squawking its little beak out, and he's like, I want to look at the quail.
I want to eat it.
I want to eat it. And he's like trying to like, there's nowhere for him to perch, and I try to find a place for him to perch, but then her like screens are like fully in. They're kind of like placed in the windows. So he like grabbed it and like almost ripped it open, and she does have like bars like on the window, but he could probably squeeze through that, honestly.
Yeah.
So he and I, like, one night I could have, if I didn't love him so much, I could have punched him in his little kitty cat face. Like, I was so pissed at him, and he just didn't give a fuck.
And cats are kind of nocturnal, right? I think, in a way.
Yeah.
I've noticed when I've been around cats, they're most active at night, and that drives me nuts.
He's pretty good, but he gets, like, really excited when he goes to Nana's and he gets to go outside.
Yeah, so he's extra stimulated. He's like, yes!
But he also knows that he's being bad, because there was one point when he was doing his meowing, and I stood up, and he, like, literally just ran away. And I'm like, if you know you're pissing me off, why the fuck you doing it?
Because he's trying to let you know, like, let me out.
It's not fucking happening, because you're going to get lost. You're going to get out somehow.
You're not going anywhere, Patrick.
You don't know the cats in Vernon.
Fed, okay? Yeah, exactly.
You don't know Vernon. You don't know Vernon, bro.
He loves it. He gets a little access of nature. He's like, yes.
Yes. And then, and then we went to work for like 4 days and then had like 6 days off again.
Oh my gosh. I could only imagine how amazing that was.
Because we had just our normal days off, and then we had 2 days off in lieu. And then because our boss is going on holiday for 12 days, she gave us just she gave us a pre-day in lieu because we're losing one of our days coming up. So.
That works. I mean, having another week off just to almost have an extra recoup.
Yeah.
You know? From the vacation, you had 4 days of work, kind of, I need another like week off. Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. And then, and now we're back to work, and I'm going to cause a fight, probably, within the next week or two.
Throwing fists.
I'm going to start throwing fists, I think. Just kidding. I'm not throwing fists at anybody at work. But
it's a joke.
It's a joke. I'm not throwing fists at work.
Take it serious.
Yeah, seriously.
Hypothetical fists.
Hypothetical, like mental fists at you.
Yeah, the mental fists.
Because just the ARM that's part-time doesn't give a shit. Fisticuffs. She doesn't give a shit. She, like, keeps, like, arguing with me. And giving me looks, and...
Ew!
Like,
I hate that.
Like,
I'm already upset about the
like, when I asked her to do the hallways, and she's like, what hallways? And I'm like, the hallways in the building. And she's like, all of them? And I'm like, well, they haven't been done for, like, a month. So, yeah. And they have to be done at least once a week.
At the very minimum.
Yes. Which is not happening. So.
Yeah.
After the whole morning of her farting around, she did them in, like, the afternoon. And she's like, oh, I did half, so then you can do half. And I'm like, fine. I'll take it. Whatever. I'm done. Cool. Thanks. Oh. So I did them. And, yeah. And today I told her to I watered the plants in the morning on the 6th floor patio and front and back. Because it's hot as balls. And when we were on
super hot
holiday, they let the plants die. Because no one watered those fucking plants. It made me so pissed when I saw that. Hallways that aren't walls. Exactly. And then so now we're trying to like bring the plants back to life. So we need to water them in the morning and in the evening. Before we go home. So I did it in the morning. Gave them a big old gulp of water. And then I told her, since I did it in the morning, could you please do it in the afternoon? And she's like, yeah, of course, yeah. And she waits till 4:45. We're done at 5, okay? And she's got to do the 6th floor front back. Welcome back, Kaylee, by the way.
Welcome back, Kaylee.
And so we go up to the 6th floor because we're we're barbecuing our chicken. And guess who we see up there? Her husband, who is off today. So we think that he actually watered the plants, not her. And then Jordan went out for a smoke, and I went with him because I wanted some like ice cream from the store behind us. And I noticed that the plants are bone dry. And then so I text her, and I'm like, hey, by the way, watering plants means 6th floor, front, back, all of them. And she's like, I watered all the plants on the 6th floor. And then I text her back going, well, you also need to do the front and the back for next time, okay? like
everything.
The plants are dead. Could you care less?
Yeah, no, she could care.
It cost, if we
amount.
had our people bring in new plants and plant them all, that's over $1,000 of our budget that comes out of our, like, the more we save the budget, the more bonus money we get.
Yeah.
That's the end goal of our job in our life.
That's the point here, people. We want the bonuses.
Save the budget. That's our job. Save the budget. Not spend $1,000 because you fuckers forgot to water the plants.
Asshole.
Yeah,
that kills me because I forgot for like 2 days to water my strawberries in front because I was just like really busy.
Strawberries.
And they were all just like, and I was like, ah! I watered them and I came back to life. They look fine. Actually, and they're growing new fruit, thankfully. But
just gotta water them, you know? Like, luckily, I have one personal plant up on our friggin' roof because I don't have a balcony. So it's on the roof. And I could leave that thing all summer and not touch it, and it's never gonna die.
Oh, is it a succulent or something? That,
yes,
require a lot of water?
Iris, I believe.
Oh, irises are great.
And
I love irises.
I forget about that thing like all the time because it's not in front of my face.
So low maintenance. Yes.
It's not in front of my face. It's on the friggin' roof. So I gave it a big old drink today, actually, but I haven't like watered it for like a solid month and a half, maybe.
My neighbors have an iris, not Snoop Dogg, but the other side neighbors. They have an iris in their backyard that they haven't been up here all season. And it hasn't had any water, and it's just like, ding, I'm an iris. You know what I mean?
Pretty.
So irises are great in that fashion.
It is. It's great that I don't really need to think about that plant. But there's every like couple weeks, I'm just like, oh, my plant, it's on the roof. I haven't touched it for months. But no, it's fine. But another thing that we need to talk about is I saw on TikTok, and I shared this with you. They, with their new science technology, DNA testing and shit, they might be able to solve the age-old classic John Benet Ramsey case, which I always think about that case. It always pops up in my brain. I'm like, John Benet Ramsey. And I feel like the internet like goes through phases of John Benet Ramsey, you know? Sorry. Like a couple years ago, everyone went through another phase because her brother did his first interview on Oprah or something. Or something like that. And everyone's like, he's acting fucking weird. He's like smiling and laughing and acting like there's nothing wrong. Like, he was acting real sus.
Whether he... Okay, this is all alleged. Whether he allegedly has... Obviously, we don't... Because no one wants to get sued, right? But whether he allegedly had something to do with it, he may know something about what happened and can never will divulge it.
But how exciting
That's how I see
that
it.
We have, like...
I want to see it solved. I would be just...
I think in our lifetime, in the next couple years, no, I'm not drinking that. In the next couple years, we're going to get this solved.
The most telling thing for me in that case... From the bottle? Damn! What?
Ah!
Ooh!
It's good. It's so burning.
I'm a bottle drinker. Just fine. Got it. That's why I gave you the pump up. That shit was good. Now you need a little chaser, something sweet to bring it down.
I got my little Coke thingies.
Wait, what is that?
It's like, you know, like those
Coke candy?
Those candy Cokes, but it's like cream Coke.
Ooh, yum! Tasty. I see it. Those are delicious. I'm super curious to see. Well, the dad specifically was open to this whole thing, so I would love to see something come out of the John Benet Ramsey case.
I would
love to see it closed finally.
Just like, how long's it been? When did she die?
Oh dear, it's been. I'll look it up real quick, but it's Benet Ramsey. December on Christmas, 1996.
Yeah.
She was born in 1990.
Damn.
She was 6 years old.
6 years old. Like,
it just makes me wonder.
It's so weird.
That's a really crazy case.
Love those, Kaylee.
Those are one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's that long ago. And
yeah, it was that long ago.
We got nothing.
Nothing.
It's so sus. Like, I won't go into it, or else we're literally going to just talk about this literally all night.
Maybe one day we'll have to talk about it a little bit. Just all of our theories and stuff. That'd be fun.
Yes, and we can make like a timeline and all the
oh my gosh
prospects and whatnot.
Because I know there's a lot of sick individuals that want to be like, oh, I did it. And that just like boggles my mind when people are just like confessing to murders and stuff that they have nothing to do with. It just literally blows my mind away. I'm like, why?
We just watched a show. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've never seen a picture of Burke, and I didn't see the Oprah Winfrey interview, but I have heard of it through podcasts.
I've seen clips
I would love
and
to
stuff.
see like what he looks like. I should probably see, but go ahead. What were you going to say?
Jordan was watching this like true crime documentary thing. I can't remember what the whole premise was about, but on one of like the episodes, I can't remember who was the killer they were talking about or what the murders were called, but the woman claimed that her husband or boyfriend was the killer, and she was like there when it happened and this and that, and then years later it turns out that she lied and said that it was him, and she got caught up in this. It was because she wanted to get rid of the husband and just get him thrown in jail. Yeah, the smiley face killer. That's it, I think.
Smiley face killer. I think so, yeah.
It might have been that. And then, like, years later, they found out that it was neither of them, and it was this other person. And I'm just sitting there going, but this backfired, lady. You're in jail, too.
You dumbass.
Like, I know you want to get rid of him, but, like... Bro.
Mind blowing.
It was mind blowing, and like they took like the FBI, like it sounded like that the FBI agent like that interrogated her. I caught the feeling that I kind of like fell in love with her and wanted to like protect her and defend her and give her like benefit of the doubt. Blah blah blah. Watch all this dog. It just scares my boyfriend. They're so much fun though, and like this FBI person brought her and like. He wanted her to point out, like, where the body was. So then they were driving up in the hill where the body was found. And she pointed out the spot. And they're like, oh, my God, you know where the body was dumped. And later on, she said, I knew where the body was dumped because there was pictures in the newspaper all over the place. So I knew where it was dumped. Like,
that's why police get suspicious, or they, not suspicious. That's why they are reserved on how much information, and I shouldn't say all police, but, like, ones that are decent, and people freak out about this anyways, when they're reserved on information, it benefits the police in that way, because if you're the killer, you know what's up. You know certain information, and especially if they have a hunch like of people of interest. So
like we're just watching, and like he's retelling the story, and like she can't keep her story straight, which is like clue number one. But like they went to jail for I don't know how long, but they spent a good chunk of time in jail. And this guy must have been pissed because he didn't do anything.
Oh. It was just... can you imagine being put in jail for something you didn't do?
I'd be just constantly livid. Like, I would just be just fuming.
I was
forever.
just listening to this podcast called Morbid. It's on. It's great. These two gals on the East Coast. They're aunt and niece, but they consider themselves sisters. Okay, and they just cut. I've been listening to a lot of their old podcasts, and their name are Elena and Ash, and they covered the West Memphis 3. Right? Do you know the number one way women murder people?
Poison.
Yes. Arsenic.
Careful, Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you,
Jordan.
I'm gonna get you. Careful.
And there were 3 kids that got falsely charged for these murders of these young boys.
Yeah.
And they actually got, I don't know if it was Alfred plea or if it was through time just getting different judges and stuff, but it was in the South, unfortunately. So like the judge there was very just not willing to be a proper judge. But the food tastes so good. And that's where it like blows my mind in that way. Cause you're like, am I putting the right person into jail? But then you look at Golden State Killer, that motherfucker, and you get one of his, he would never even have thought, but one of his family members from who knows what does an ancestry thing and fucks his world up.
Does 23andMe and fuck
bitch.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, women are sneaky though. They're like snakes in that way. They're not just gonna. I mean, they have to do it smooth like that because
you don't know what
not
kind of situation
all women
they're
are
in.
like typically capable. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. There's a lot of women that are, but they aren't gonna slash and dash as much to like. Because what if they're attacking someone that's stronger than them? You know, so you have to like. They do it in a very disgustingly gnarly way. That's how I see it. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Men are just like, fuck you. I want to overpower you. The men that murder, I should say. Because, you know, that's just how their brain works for some reason. And the thing that fucks me up the most is most of these people have had severe head trauma when they're children.
Yeah.
And some are actually some people that have been raised were in decent homes, others in terrible homes. But a lot of serial killers or murderers are literally people who have had severe head trauma. And it just like, I don't know. That weirds me out too. I don't know. I don't know. It all just weirds me out, and I am so intrigued by everything because it's
crazy.
I can't. You know what I mean? It's just like what the actual. Yeah. So I was just listening to Jack Ripper, on that Morbid podcast. They covered Jack Ripper, and it's a pretty good one too. So they say it's women that don't like the violent death. Does smoking weed for 25 years count as head trauma?
Maybe.
I mean,
who knows?
No. Like hitting your head or like getting like massive amounts of like stitches when you're small. That might affect John Wayne Gacy. I just not watched, but I listened to a podcast about John Wayne Gacy recently, like a few days ago.
It's fucked up.
Gnarly. Oh my gosh.
Some people, man. Some
people are so fucking twisted. Like, hey, whoa. No, but being bald.
Wow. Brutal. Oh,
that's hysterical. God. But that's our little true crime split of it. But like, that was fun because seeing that when you texted me that, I was like, oh my God. I wrote wow at first, and then I like sat there and while I was waiting for my mom to arrive to a job, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this shit before the kids start freaking out. I was just sitting there like, like literally jaw dropped, like, let's get on it. Exhume the body.
Let's do it. Get the evidence, guys. We can get this solved this week, guys. Like, let's go.
Oh my gosh. Like, straight solid. I can't even.
Like, I can't even imagine it being solved, but.
Yeah.
Did you have hair as a kid? Pictures or it's not true?
I've seen it.
I've not seen it. I haven't seen it. You might be part of this conspiracy.
Either, have you had severe head trauma? Like, did you fall and like hurt your head? Soft landing didn't help.
Well, Keen's, it sounds like we gotta watch you a bit because you might turn into a psycho serial killer. Because who knows?
That's so funny. I've seen Keen's with hair on either Discord or Twitter. I can't remember, or maybe Facebook too.
That explains everything, Jordan. Smash
With
the
an
head.
oar?
With an
Ooh,
oar?
ouch.
What the hell?
Ouch.
Careful.
I mean, I feel like we've all bonked our heads kind of hard, maybe, right? Am I just tripping? I think it's when you like crack your skull kind of head injuries. You know what I'm saying?
The only time I've like severely like hurt my head, I think, was when in my dad's truck. You know how like trucks have like bunk beds kind of? And back in one of our first trips with him growing up, they didn't have any of those safety latches like on the top bunk like they do now. And one night my dad was driving away and I was like sleeping on the top bunk like it's normal, it's fine. And then I roll out of the bunk bed and I luckily didn't hit everything. I like kind of like bumped myself for certain things, but like I didn't like hit my head on anything like hard. And he's like, the fuck? So then he had to build like this whole like wooden board thing to put up there, like seal me in because I'll roll out of bed.
You know those like the little baby gate things on there?
Pretty much, but it would just solid just a wooden board. And then like now the trucks nowadays have like this little like netting stuff you can like buckle in, and it's really neat. Cool.
So wait, Jordan, you said you had bleeding of the brain because you were jumped by 4 guys?
Yeah, Jordan got beat up once. I didn't know him, but Jordan got beat up.
Time got passed, yeah. That's not cool.
So Jordan might become a killer.
Yeah, Jordan, what the heck?
Don't kill Kelly, please.
And they say, what are the side effects of CTE, the repetitive concussion syndrome football players are getting? Anyway, the side effect can be violence. Yes, you're right. And many football players, in fact, when they go cuckoo, who was it specifically? Hold on.
You talking about the wrestler?
No, we're talking about football. And I want to say, hi, Jay. Sneak. Who was the football player that killed himself and left a note that said, check my brain, because he shot himself like in the chest or something, or somewhere that wasn't his head because he wanted his brain checked? It's not Michael Vick, is it? Is that guy? No, that's a dog guy. That's a shitty dog guy.
I don't know my sports.
Junior Seau? Does that sound familiar? Who was it? Anyways, another thing that's interesting with sports on that front.
Sports.
What about wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Junior Seau. Okay. I knew it. Okay. Wrestling, Chris Benoit.
But like that wasn't because he bumped his head. It was because of like steroids and shit. Probably.
I mean, steroids and stuff, but still.
I
remember Chris Benoit.
There was a documentary that came out a couple years ago, and Jordan and I watched it, and it was like other people talking about Chris Benoit and his relationship with. Who was his best friend? Eddie Guerrero or something like that?
Yeah, he passed away from a heart attack. I cried that day.
Like they were best friends. And like the way that people were talking about them, I think there was a little bit more to their friendship just the way people addressed it and like talked about it. And I'm like, this sounds like, and I don't know, I feel like there was maybe a lot of like shame. I don't know. I could be reading into the situation so much, but the way people are talking about their friendship, I'm like, I think there's a little bit more to this friendship.
There.
After all, they released more findings. It was because of the head trauma. Because of the head trauma, okay. I know my. But
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you know.
But yeah, like it was a very interesting. Documentary we watched.
I want to see that documentary.
Where did we watch it, Jordan? That Chris Benoit one.
I was shocked when I found out about that. So he was one of the wrestlers because I feel like I was really in a golden era of wrestling when I was really into it, because I'm not into it nearly as much as I was at all.
Yeah. Same.
And like I would go to freaking shows in Reno and stuff. It was so rad. Like I've said, I have Stone Cold. It's literally I was next to his car. If his window was down, I would have rubbed his head, you know?
When
like it was that he was that close. And Booker T
flipping you off.
We were all like, so good. And he was like, fuck you. And we were like, because we're all kids, like doing his catchphrase. Like, that's
love it. That's like one of my favorite stories.
And I
of
see
yours.
him now, and he's just like totally. I see him occasionally now, and he's like, seems like he's friendly enough. I don't know. Maybe he just had a bad day that day.
Yeah, maybe.
But
or he's trying to be the bad guy. I don't know.
I'll never forget that ever. And we were like, but then again, we did all yell out "sucka." So,
well, like if it's his catchphrase,
definitely
like
him. You know what I mean? Yeah. We watch so much stuff. I'll look it up. The Chris, because I'm very curious to watch.
J-Love might be right. Dark wrestling, because I think it was like an episode of something, and they talked about other things in other episodes. Like one of them was like the female wrestling and like the early days, and how there was like pretty much a pimp like female like wrestler that would pimp out the other wrestlers, and it was pretty dark back in the day or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
And like, yeah, it was very interesting. Like the first like black like female wrestler, and her family kind of speaks up and blah blah blah. It was
Owen Hart.
I don't remember the channel, but it was Dark Side of Wrestling or something. Falling from great heights. Yeah, that was one of them.
That was hefty.
And like it, not just about him falling, but like they talk about like all the risky shit they would do just to be seen. You know,
one of the things I remember Mick Foley used to do is they would actually put they were real tacks that he would fall onto. But some things that I thought was kind of funny, because when you're actually watching a wrestling match and you're seeing them punch each other, see the technique, how they like pound the ground with the punch, so it's fake. But there's little blood packets that they would use that would just totally like pop on their face to make it seem like it was real blood. Some injuries you could tell were real. Yeah. Certain ones were like legit, but some they were able to sneak that in and boom, there's the blood, you know, or whatever. And I remember watching that secret, and I was kind of disappointed that I found that out, because I liked knowing. I liked believing
it made you feel better.
The fantasy of wrestling. Yeah. Of them like kicking each other's asses, and then I was like, oh, it's just fake blood, kind of, you know, like I was kind of disappointed. Like I like to be I don't know.
Like I know it's fake, but I still get like sucked in when like someone like sucker punches someone, and I'm like, oh he's like mad now, but I'm like, I know it's like fake, but like there's some times when you're watching a match and you're like, is it just me, or is things getting like actually like a little heated up here? Like
they're getting kind of pissed at each other.
Like they're kind of like you can kind of see like they're not really throwing their punches right now, and I think they're actually like fighting.
So many things. I just can't.
Miz got punched off the stool. Yes, when Roman Reigns, like I can't remember the situation, but like the Miz was doing his little talk show in the ring, you know, like how he does, and then like
I can't.
Like who did I just say? Roman Reigns like turned on, like punched him, and like he punched him, and you see his jaw move and shit, and we're like,
it was a real one-ish.
Like, was that for real? Like, it's kind of how you feel when like the Oscars happen and Will Smith punched Chris Rock. I will never forget. We were actually watching it live. Like we were sitting there, and he makes a joke, and then the camera gets all weird, and then we see Will Smith walk up and like, "Chow," and then we're like, huh? Is this a joke?
Is this name out of your mouth?
Get But yeah, like we were sitting on the couch being like, did that happen? Like, is that not a joke? And like Chris Rock would just, he's not like an good actor, let's be real, and like he was acting real shook, and I'm like, I don't think he was shook. I don't think he has the acting chop to look that shook and fake it, you know?
At first I really wanted to believe it was fake. Do y'all think Jada is toxic or nah?
Jada's a fucking toxic bitch, and she's abusive, and she's horrible to Will Smith. She's horrible to Will Smith. Like, he's an asshole. Yes, he's an egotistical asshole, but she's horrible.
At least with the camera show and everything, that's how my opinion's the same. My child is fucking.
Is your kid okay?
I don't know what the fuck's happening out there. He's really tired and didn't take a nap, and he's fighting dad right now. And I'm like, see ya. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding.
I feel
like, fuck that, basically.
I don't know if they're officially divorced, but there's rumors of their divorce for like years and years. She sucks. I think he was just simping, but he is probably super nice from what I don't know, dude. I don't know if I got my opinions on Will Smith as a single person without Jada, and I'm not a fan of Will Smith as a human being, but Jada, she's always given me like just the ick feeling.
Yeah, I think their relationship might be a little toxic.
He left his first wife for her because she guest appeared on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like way back in the day, which is how they originally met, I think. And then he was just obsessed with her, and like not at that time, but then a couple of years after they met up again, and he like split with his wife and got with Jada, and they've been together forever. But I don't know, she's just always giving me like just the ick. Must be great. Like, I don't know about that. And like, have you ever heard of like the rumor? I don't know if it's still a thing, but like people believe that their relationship is a front because she's a lesbian and he's gay. And they're and then like they're each other's beards, as they call them. Like when I've
never heard that one.
No, you've never heard that one? I've heard that one.
That theory of them, no.
I've heard that a couple times, and I'm like, so torn. I don't know how I feel about that, but you never know with these celebrity couples. And back in like when they were a couple, like a loving relationship, it wasn't acceptable to be out yet. So, like Tom Cruise, yeah, can't fucking trust Tom Cruise, man.
Tom fucking Cruise.
Tom fucking Cruise.
That's one actor that tops the notch of I can't stand actors. Literally, he's number one and always will be. I don't think anyone will replace that guy.
No, Jordan, we will not leave Tom alone. We need to talk about Tom. Okay?
I don't like Tom Cruise. Period. Sorry, not to hate anyone else's opinions of Tom Cruise, but I personally dislike Tom Cruise with a passion.
Leave Brittany alone.
Scientology, man. Like, get out of here.
Why?
I can't.
We all know he's part of this super toxic cult of Scientology, but we all just ignored because it's Tom Cruise. And I'm like, why is Scientology so widely accepted? Dude,
the point of science is to argue it.
It's not science. It's Scientology, bitch. J-Love, we're gonna bang you if you're gonna bang Khalees. Just kidding.
I'm banned. No,
banned.
No, Tom Cruise. I'm sorry to be a hater.
I can't wait till he falls.
All the deep feelings of like not liking Tom Cruise, and I can't even like pinpoint anything. I just think his existence sucks. It's as much as I feel equal, almost partial. And you're gonna probably hate me for this too, but I don't like Ryan Reynolds.
We're on the same page here.
So.
And we're going down.
I don't know what it is.
Homeboy. Tom Cruise is going down eventually.
I let you guys die on DVD every time. You know what?
Listen, you need to... It's not just we don't like him for the sake of not liking him. Think about it, J-Love. He plays the same character in every movie. He actually doesn't have any skill. He just plays the same character in every movie. And he's always such an...
Two movies. One I've never really watched that much because I didn't really like it. And I think it was Be Cool, and he was like dressed up all crazy.
Terrible.
And I'm not yay or nay to Vin Diesel because I enjoyed Fast and the Furious back in the beginnings.
Oh, back in the beginnings.
I think where Fast and the Furious went was too far.
To be fair, Vin Diesel's allowed to play the same person because he's only in one franchise.
Yeah.
He only does like one type of fucking movie.
But isn't he the new main character of Ark now? Ark 2? I think he is.
Like the game?
That just came out? Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that game. Don't even get me started
I'm just
on
saying,
that goddamn
maybe
game.
it'll be different.
Ew, Vin Diesel with hair?
Yeah, he has like
Gross.
hair in the game.
Ew.
Wait, did anyone see that release of Vin Diesel being the main guy for
No,
Arc 2?
I didn't see that at all.
Oh
I heard that
my
Arc 2 was
Lord.
like a thing, and I was like, fuck you, Arc.
Arc 2.
And like, do you
Vin
remember
Diesel.
when you guys made me play Arc? Back in the day, you literally made me play Arc, and I thought I was gonna love it because like dinosaurs, and then we're tethered, and I was raging, and I had no jobs to do.
I can't believe we were tethered so hard. That was so annoying.
So
Anyways,
annoying.
I hope they fixed that because that's stupid.
And also when you first
And you
started
couldn't
playing
dig.
it, there was no instructions. Just
Yeah,
Go.
it's just, here you are. You're in some.
And
You
I'm
just
like-
woke up here.
I hate this. I literally hate every second of this game. I'll just collect my dodos because that's apparently all I can do in this game. They'll never fix that tether thing unless you pay. I'm not paying money to play a shit game where all I can do is collect dodos. That's the purpose of the game. You okay, Khalees? How's the kids doing?
I am stressed out.
Do you want to go
right
see
now,
them?
'cause no, I'm just
No.
like annoyed because it's like, can I just have a couple hours
No.
and just, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
You're not allowed
I know
to,
you
apparently.
don't, but like, I just hear, and I know we're tired, but let's just stay calm. Like I warned you they were gonna be tired. Anyways, let's just, we understand our emotions and it's hard. I get it. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not gonna be
should
able to go
have
for a
weekend.
week. I'll probably be able to go for 3 days.
Fair enough.
I'm working on it. Okay, just give me a minute.
Give me a
I have
minute.
to. Fuck.
Anyways.
He's like Mexico, Khalees. I'm like, I'm trying. Okay.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yes. Oh my gosh.
Vin Diesel. Like, you can, like, back to, like, you can't really put Ryan Reynolds and Vin Diesel in the same boat because Vin Diesel has been the same
No,
character.
I don't agree. Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
in the same franchise for, like, 15 years or whatever the hell they've been
Ryan
doing
Reynolds,
this.
like, ever since you said he's Ace Ventura'd out, dude, he's the same everywhere.
He's Ace
Ventura'd
Ventura-
out.
what-
I'm
what
not
did
gonna
I
be
say?
hating on celebrities forever now.
What was the phrase?
Oh,
He's
man.
Ace Ventura, but he talks normal, but with the same,
Like lisps almost like Jim
same-
Carrey in Ace Ventura.
Yeah. But he tries to talk like he tries to act like a normal person, but he doesn't do like the facial expressions. He just does the voice, and he's Ace Ventura in every movie. And whatever, like that, I can never see Ryan Reynolds the same again.
Ever
Like-
since he said that, I was like, oh my god.
One of his best movies where I personally
Independent.
enjoy him in is Jordan, help me. When they're dead and they're like FBI ghosts and they gotta like hunt down the ghosts that are like in the real world. I can't remember. R.I.P.D. I like that one because no, Green Lantern, fuck off. Fuck right off with Green Lantern. I was forced to watch that movie in theaters when it first came out. And I hated every minute of it. All my friends were like, let's go see Green Lantern. And like, it looks like shit. And they're like, I got like outvoted because there was like 3 of us and I clearly got outvoted. Then we're sitting there and I'm watching this going, why the fuck did I pay money for this? Why did I drive us all here to watch this shit movie? I hate it. No, get out, J-Love. You're banned. Timed out. I'm gonna time you out for 120 seconds.
Disagree. Okay, so wait, like I haven't watched all these movies, like honestly. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna really throw myself in the gutter here, but like I think the last comic movie I've watched was the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. And that was like a long time ago.
That was, like,
I guess
one of the-
Superman too.
It was one of the
One of
original.
Superman's too. I don't know if is that DC or
That's
DC,
DC.
right?
That's DC, my friend. Like Superman,
I'm
like a
terrible with movies.
you mean like Man of Steel, or like
No, the other one.
old
The
Superman.
other one, no, not
No, the one between the one with the one
between.
dude that did that one
The
movie
one
and it
dude-
bombed. I don't know what it's called.
I loved that movie, and people typically hated me for loving Superman in general because people think he's whack. I don't know why, but I love Superman.
Superman's
I'm a
great.
Superman person. So, Superman Returns. Thank you. Yes,
That's
and I had that on on DVD and everything. I had like the collector's edition. My mom got it for me for Christmas. I felt very special. But
do you know what?
Yeah.
I got a funny story about that guy, the guy that plays Superman in that movie. I got a really funny story. So in Saskatoon, we had a like a Comic-Con type of thing, and it was all these special guests, and he was one of the special guests. And my sister and I were waiting in line to see this other guy, which he had like the biggest line because he was like top nerdy fangirl stuff. And his line had like the Superman guy had like one person in line, and I felt so bad. Aww. And I'm like, should I go get him to sign something? Because like,
oh my God, yes.
There's literally no one in line.
Oh, I like that guy.
No one liked him.
Of Gilmore Girls, though. I liked him. I don't give a fuck.
I know. Best like Batman is George Clooney. JK.
I agree. I think Michael Keaton. I also really like I can't remember his name right now. Who's the guy that's done like the Dark Knights?
Christian Bale.
Thank you. I don't know why I want to say something else. Name. I was gonna say Chris Bateman, and that is totally someone I went to like elementary school with, and I'm like, that's not the name.
That's not the person.
That's not the name. Okay.
This might be a controversial opinion, but I think Robert Pattinson actually did a really good job as Batman, and I was like one of the first when they announced him as like the new Batman. I poo-pooed all over him. I'm like, ugh, Robert fucking Pattinson? What the hell is this? Like, I shit on him. I
couldn't get into Twilight anyway.
I threw him on the ground and just took a big old dump all over him because
I don't like Ben Affleck. Sorry.
Fuck Ben Affleck. But I felt he did a really good job. Amazing Batman. It was an amazing Batman movie. I loved it. I pooed on him too. Yeah, Jordan pooed on him just as hard as I pooed on him. He won me over in the first fight. He was great as Batman. He was shockingly, like, because his Batman...
That's great to hear, though.
His Batman, I feel, wasn't like, ooh, I'm Batman. It was like the human side of Batman.
I'm Batman.
Like, we kind of got to... It wasn't focused on him being Batman. Right. You know? It was, I don't know. I thought he did a phenomenal job.
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
I can't wait to, hopefully, I think he's getting another movie. But Ben Affleck, circle back to Ben Affleck. Did you hear that J-Lo and Ben got married?
They were engaged.
They're married.
Oh, I can't with those two.
It's true love. They came back to each other after so long. It's true love. What can you take?
I don't like it. Why? I guess I'm pro Jennifer Garner, and I don't.
It is terrible what he did to her, but like I have a soft spot. Like they, after so many years, they got back together, and like they're married, and I just think it's super.
I don't know why it makes me feel that way, but I have this like, ew, like I don't like it at all. I don't know. I don't know why. Don't explain it. Don't explain it. I can't explain it. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know why. It's none of my business. They're just celebrities. I mean, if we were going to go deep, we could talk about Kardashians and how fucked up their shit is, but I'm not going there.
I don't know anything about them, really. I get
I'm just saying like, in
general
of them because they're just like fucking stupid.
I think it would be a funny show for us to watch and discuss the Kardashians. You and I watching that.
I could easily get sucked into that stupid shit, honestly.
I bet I could. Like, I get sucked into so many things, but...
Especially now that Pete Davidson's involved a little bit, because he's amazing. I like Pete Davidson, but I feel bad that he's...
That's such a weird situation. But Jennifer Garner helped him through his alcohol. Yeah, but then he, like, relapsed, and I feel...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pro Jennifer Garner. I love J-Lo for her...
You just personally don't like her, Jordan.
As an artist. I don't like Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I am heartbroken that, like, the Justice League that Zack Snyder built, like, because, you know, the whole drama with, like, the Justice League when it first came out, that Zack Snyder was working on the original movie, and then his daughter died, like, partially through filming it, and then he stepped down, and then Joss Whedon jumped in and rewrote the whole thing, changed the whole story, and released his own version of the movie. Which, when we first saw it, I'm like, this movie's a piece of literal shit. I was so confused half of the time because I'm like, what's happening with this story? Like, the storyline made no sense. They jumped around so much. I watched it like 2 or 3 times, and I was still like, I'm confused on what we're doing. Jordan. Ben.
Okay. The only movie I liked Ben Affleck in, and I'm probably going to get hate for this. Well, not the only movie. I'm sure there's another one. I just can't think of it right now. As a superhero type, Daredevil. And I know not a lot of people like that movie.
I watched that so much growing up.
That movie.
So much growing up. My sister and I watched it all the time.
I watched it a lot. One of the most iconic scenes for me is when because he's deaf, and he's laying in his tub, sleep, or whatever. And that just I don't know. For some reason, that just intrigued me so much as a child. Not child, I don't know how old I was, but
Teenager,
younger. I was a child, technically. But yeah. So. But.
Anyways, and then back to the DC Justice League thing.
Yes.
And then a couple years later, Zack Snyder, he worked on his movie again and took all the clips together, and he released his version of the movie, which was 3 hours long. Woo. Which I'm like, it's 3 hours long, and the first Justice League movie was like a piece of literal garbage. And finally, Jordan and I watched it, and I was entertained for 3 hours. 3 hours. Great. I was purely entertained, and it honestly broke my heart because I'm like, we're not gonna get any more of this movie. Like, there's not gonna be any more spin-offs of this. This is it. The storyline that he built up would have been so cool, and now, Henry Cavill's no longer Superman. Ben is no longer Batman. The Flash is fucking fired because he's a fucking insane psycho. Have you heard about Ezra Miller? Oh my lord, Khalees. Ezra Miller. Okay.
Wait, am I thinking of hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah.
Let me type it.
Look him up first and see if you're thinking of who I'm talking about.
Oh, he's intense looking.
He is intense looking, and he's a very intense person.
Will so be too radioactive to hire in Hollywood?
He's never, his career's over. He's fucked his career. Geez. So I will stand by this and say he's always been weird. Oh, it's over 4 hours long, the Zack Snyder cut. Yes, it's over 4 hours long. The guy beat up at the bar. There's more to it, J-Lo. He went to Hawaii, the beginning of this year, I feel it was, and he got arrested 6 times in Hawaii for harassing people. He went to a bar and he punched a lady in the face who was singing.
Oh my god!
He's a lot, and they're just I'll combine something and I'll give you a lowdown of Ezra Miller. And, so he left Hawaii. He now has this girl that he's known since she was 12, and he's, brainwashed her and groomed her, essentially. And, they can't find him. And from a few years back, he's always been kind of weird. There was one time when there's, a video of him, choking out this one girl, and they're like, it's a joke. And it's you literally just choked her out on video, but whatever.
There's videos everywhere, people.
He's gonna change.
See you in your shorts.
He's gonna change to his pants and then go for a smoke and come back and change into his shorts. Watch. But yeah, Ezra Miller, he's fucked. So the Flash is fucked, and they filmed a whole movie with this guy for a Flash movie that's supposed to be coming out next year. I don't know if they're gonna release that movie because no one likes Ezra Miller anymore.
Wow.
See, he's got his pants on. Yeah.
Poor Dane.
He's going for a smoke with his pants on because he won't go downstairs with shorts on.
Why?
Because
I love it.
He's self-conscious of his legs. And
his legs are fine.
I know.
They're great legs. What do you mean?
I know they're great legs. They're fine. But
oh my lord.
He won't do it.
I mean, okay. Teach your own. I get it. It's fine. I'm weird about having a tank top on, but I fucking sent it in.
It's hot. I don't give a shit.
Arm jiggles, and I'm like, whatever. I'm
shorts.
fat. Fuck me.
Thank you,
whatever. the shorts. Before we started, I watched him. We're talking. And I watch him go into their bed. I assume their bedroom. I don't even know.
That's
I just assume the place where you get your clothes, because it could be anything. You don't know. And he goes in there with shorts, and he comes out with jeans, and then he comes back, goes in there, and comes out with shorts. And I'm like, Shelly, did he just put pants on to go smoke? Because I know that he smokes, right? She's like, yeah, like, just bust open. I couldn't help but laugh so hard. I was
it's
like,
so
what?
weird.
Hey, I'm not judging. That's what makes you comfortable. Hey,
I am. It's weird. Just wear shorts. Like, I don't have great legs, but I'm still wearing shorts, and I'll wear shorts out everywhere.
Same.
Because it's freaking hot out.
It's fucking hot. I used to wear skirts, but it's just like my thighs just get so
How
sweaty,
do people wear skirts and like the chub rub? How do you do it? I can't deal with it. It hurts so bad.
The chub rub.
That's what it's called. The chub rub. It's a phrase. Google
I feel
it.
like I've called it something else. What have I called it before? It is, that makes sense. I'm sorry. I think my mind goes in the gutter when I hear chub. I can't help it. But, I know. I'm sorry, but it's
truffle shuffle.
Sounds like the truffle.
Could be, like, seriously.
Why can't I think of it? I'm so annoyed. It'll come up at some random moment, and I'm like, it's blah. Anyways, that's hysterical. But yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Like, I used to wear dresses and skirts all the time because it was just like better.
Yeah.
For me at the time, and then now I wear shorts all the time.
Like,
now.
I'll wear a dress to work if it's a day that I know I'm not going to be doing a lot of like walking around in. Mm-hmm. Like, I strategically plan out the days I'm going to wear a dress or a skirt.
It's been pretty hot, so like I haven't had a lot of dress action.
It's hot.
My date night, I wore a dress, and that was hot enough. Yeah, I overdressed on that one, but I didn't go fuck.
That's okay.
It was fun. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Oh my god, how funny! I am so cracking up. Yeah. So, fucking celebrities, dude.
Celebrities. Yeah. You can always talk about them, right?
Easy to talk about
like,
them.
There's always some shit going on, and like I said, I will like find like a TikTok of like narrowing down everything this guy's done, and I will send it to you because it was wild when everything was going down, and he's in Hawaii getting arrested after arrested after arrested after arrested, and I'm like, bro, calm down, Ezra, Jesus. But he's always been fucking weird, and just now people are noticing, and I'm like, why didn't you notice this like back in the day when he was a nobody? Because he was still fucking weird back then too. Google him.
How do people get careers like that, and I just don't get it. They must do something good somewhere.
He's a good-looking guy, essentially. Like, maybe some people...
You look at him again.
Like, pictures of him now, he looks strange, but he, like, was a decent... I don't know. I
think what turns me off is he has a smirk like the Grinch, which also reminds me of my brother, so I'm immediately kind of like,
yeah.
He does this little...
And, like, maybe they hired him for, like, ethnicist... Like, having, like, an ethnic... mix of people because he's technically totally I think his family's like Egyptian or something like that.
Okay.
I read that somewhere. Don't quote me on that, but maybe that's they like finding ethnic people.
Well, you want to be inclusive.
That's it. Thank you. That's the word.
Absolutely.
That's completely fair, but also at the same time, like, hire people with talent that aren't fucking crazy like Ezra Miller. He's a weirdo, man. He's a weirdo. Now he's kidnapped somebody, somewhat.
Ew.
Kind of, somewhat.
I disagree with that.
It's hard to like pinpoint because she claims she's not, but like we're like, girl, you're 16 or whatever, like, or 18, like. And then I was like commenting on things, going like, because he met this girl when she was like 12, and I'm like, what's her fucking parents doing that? Their 12-year-old daughter's friends with a literal adult. But
maybe she'll get famous.
I can't judge because growing up when I was younger, in Vernon, we lived in a not an apartment per se, but like a duplex, I think it's called, where it's like 6 places just in a building together, you know? And like my downstairs neighbors who I mentioned a couple times who got me into like gaming and anime, they were technically hanging out with like an 7 or 8-year-old child, whilst they were like, honestly don't know how old they were because I never thought about that as a child, but I'm assuming they were like 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, like that age range.
Young adult,
essentially. And we hung out, but it's different, I guess. I don't know.
Hard to say. It's hard to say. I try not to judge anybody or anything if I don't, you know. Yeah. It's just like a valid reason to judge, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm always going to hate on friggin' Tom Cruise. So I judge him all the way.
And
forever,
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. But I don't know. Until you know the story, it's hard to, I think it's not fair to judge.
Yeah.
Personally. Although I guess I don't really know Ryan Reynolds' story, but I just like him. He's got a beautiful wife. Like, Lively's gorgeous, so.
Yeah. Oh, there's the pants.
There's the pants.
There's the pants. It's going to come out in shorts.
It's going to come out in shorts. Everyone be like, nice legs in chat.
Nice legs. Yeah, do it.
Might make him feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure. I don't want to make him feel shitty.
He's fine.
But everyone definitely say nice legs in chat when you see him come out that door. Everyone. I'll even bring Khalees out.
I'll bring Chili out.
I'll bring Chelly out.
There they are. What did he just do?
He cracked the door open for Patrick.
Aww.
I assume that's what he's doing.
No, mango.
Hey.
No, mango.
Drink it. Laughing at me. You get a mango.
He wouldn't strut by. Exactly. He wouldn't strut by me, but actually unhappy with it.
Oh, that cracks me up so hard. Ew, that's the mango. Is that the regular Mike's?
No, this isn't Mike's. It's a Truly.
Oh, that's a Truly.
I love Truly, but mango's the worst flavor. And like the pack that I got, like it's a variety pack of 4 flavors. Last year it was watermelon, mango, strawberry, and just the normal lemonade. This year in the pack they took out the watermelon and substituted for black cherry, which I'm fine with, but take out the mango and put the watermelon back.
People like mango. It's so strange. There was a moment where I really enjoyed the Mike's mango for a little while, but like I lost it. And then anything else I've tried to drink that was mango, I just like couldn't. I don't know. I'd rather cranberry.
I want watermelon. I want more watermelon flavored things.
I don't think I've had a lot of watermelon of the Truly, especially
Truly, but also Truly has like this lemonade pack, which is great. But I also tried out their punch pack. Like it was just like fruit punch, and one of the flavors is like watermelon dragon fruit mix or something like that. And like the punch is so good. Like this is good, but it's like sour. But the punch is like sweet, and I really enjoyed the punch flavor pack.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like sweet drinks, so
me too. I love sweet drinks. Like I want to taste the alcohol. Hello.
I mean, I'll take some shots of alcohol. I'll send it. I can drink my alcohol, but like I prefer to have a nice.
I'll take a shot that's sweet.
What was that you took a shot of or swigged out of the bottle of?
Yukon Jack, was it, Jordan?
Whiskey,
yeah.
That's pretty hefty for not. I mean, that's not very sweet.
But it's like it's a sweet flavor.
Is it like honey?
Jordan, what is it? Answer us. Jesus Christ, I don't know what you freaking drink. Yes,
it's a liqueur.
It's a liqueur.
Okay. What? SoCo? Southern Comfort. That's what Yukon Jack is.
Southern Comfort. Yum.
Oh, the whiskey yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
It's similar to Southern Comfort in a way.
Okay. Okay.
But Southern Comfort's really good. Like, I'll take a shot of that.
I like it all mostly.
I don't
I'm
like
not-
tequila. I don't like
I love tequila.
No. Funny story.
You gotta put the lime on your arm, and then you put a little bit of salt, and then you take the shot, and then lick your hand.
Funny story with tequila.
I'm just saying.
The last time Jordan and I went to Mexico, there's like different pools and stuff like at the resort we're at. And two of the pools are like swim up bars. We don't hang out at that pool because there's normally like a lot of people and kids, and we're like, ugh, kids, get away from
They're all
us.
pissing in the pool. You know it.
Well, aren't we all?
Aren't we all? But I'm just saying, you know, it's extra.
Yeah. And so then we're like, hey, let's go to swim a bar. And aren't we all? Let's be realistic here. I don't pee in the pool while you're the one freak. But yeah, so we swam up, and Jordan's like, hey, two tequila shots. And I'm like, no, I don't want a tequila shot. And Jordan's like, you gotta have a tequila shot. One tequila shot. I'm like, fine. Whatever. This shot is like a huge fucking shot. It's like
hefty.
It wasn't in a shot glass. It was in a cup.
Oh.
And like it was a good amount of tequila.
That's
and it was
hefty.
We're sitting at the pool seats in the water, and I go to take my swig, and I literally almost throw it up immediately into the pool.
I can feel that.
Like it was not good. I nearly died. Jordan was there. And I nearly puked in the pool, which I don't know what they would do if someone puked in the pool, but like
probably close it off to clean it or something.
And then I'd be permanently known as the girl that puked in the pool because she took a tequila shot. Yeah, and it was like nasty. It was like just nasty tequila. I've never really had good like tasty tequila. It's like it's all shit to me, but ugh.
I think alcohol in general tastes like shit, but like you can have alcohol that is smoother than the cheap shit.
Yeah.
Not necessarily meaning it's going to cost a pretty penny for the good shit, but you can get some good shit that's a decent price.
It was warm Keens. It was warm tequila. And it was like
how I feel
this
about
much
that.
like in a glass, it was like this much around, so you can imagine how much circumference of tequila there was. Like, no, it wasn't good, Jordan. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that.
No, I wasn't, and I literally almost threw up in the pool. Oh, it was not good. No, it's not.
Oh my god. I mean,
I felt like paradise. No.
The way you take a shot is you can't breathe. You just gotta chuck it and then
like poison to you. It was poison.
And then breathe.
Alcohol in general, I feel like
It's
most
poison.
of it tastes like gasoline. Like Jordan drinks his
Never tasted it, but
certain drinks, his other drinks and stuff, and there's some that I'm like, that's okay because it's sweeter, but some I'm like, this literally tastes like gasoline.
Have you ever had a gin and tonic?
No. I can't imagine I like it.
I feel like you might like it if you're
tonic
not
water, like sparkling water.
No, with the lime, you have to have gin, tonic, and lime. The lime's lime with the gin is what makes it sweet. Gin and I'm drinking one tonight, so but that's what I would recommend if you were to have something that's kind of like Mad Men-ish. They were more old fashions on Mad Men, but
well, in the resort that we go to, there's a martini bar, like
I've
upstairs.
Never had a martini.
And like you can order any like fancy martini. Like last time I got like the apple teeny, a chocolate teeny, a crantini. I was getting all the teenies.
I want all the teenies.
Yeah, and like it's
crantini. I'm a cranberry.
Like, and it's all fucking person. Free. So I got a list of things I want them to make me.
He was just doing something weird in his bed, but it looks like he is relaxed now. Your shirt's inside out. I don't know if you care. Okay. Sorry. Side note, in my personal life,
I've seen some
we're working on trying to get the kids to bed at the same time.
Ooh.
So it's breaking both of their routines
a
little bit, but it's working. I did it last night. We all, because we've been doing one and then the other. So like so second night and it's going well. So, I mean, it wasn't at first because John was freaking out over the routine break, but it's fine.
So how much like earlier is he going to bed then, or how much later is Ella going
half
to
an
bed?
hour. Both about a half an hour.
They can't
give or
tell
take.
time, so like
No, that's why I'm like, we're sending it.
we're
They
getting
can
it
go to
done
bed
now.
together. You know, we send it. And they love being in the same space together. And I can tell both of them have comfort when they're in the room together now that they've gotten
Do
a
they
little older.
share a room now?
Yeah, they've shared a room for over a year now. Easy.
And is Ella at the
Yeah.
point where she gets like a big girl bed or not yet? What's
We're working on that. She's still in a crib.
What's
I don't
the
know if she'd
age
stay in
range?
her bed if I was to put her in a twin size bed right now.
Okay.
I'm more comfortable keeping her in a crib until she's too big to be in there, and she's still comfortable in her crib. That makes sense. So
yeah.
The creme du menthe. Have you ever had
creme de
rumplements?
menthe?
Creme de menthe.
No, I've never had rumplements, but that probably
Rumplements
sounds good.
It's
I love
peppermint.
minty. Yum.
Yum,
Yum,
I think
yum.
you'd like that. Rumplements is good.
I got a list, and those bartenders can make you anything really.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's
I always
all
go
free.
for what's cheap that fucks me up, kind
It's
of
all
deal.
free,
You know, in that
so
scenario,
you can do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
yeah. Oh my
You
gosh.
don't even have to finish it. You can go up for another one when you're halfway done.
but I
one.
have to.
I
Are
know,
you
but like,
kidding?
what
And
if
then
it's
I'll be
really
like,
gross?
I'll still probably drink it unless it's terrible. But
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in Mexico, you gotta get the good tequila. Sorry, good goods. That's what I like to say.
The good goods.
Trust me, you won't finish it. I don't know.
You might
Oh,
finish it.
the creme de menthe.
Why won't you finish it? I finished
Maybe.
it. Well, the thing with the creme de menthe is that we were drinking our drinks, and then one lady got like this bright green
That one's
drink.
okay, quick. Oh,
And
You're
then I'm
like,
like,
"What's
and I'm like, what's that? And like, I'm like, and they're like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, can I get one of those? You can do that too. You can point at something and go, can I get that? And they're like, yeah, I'll get that for you.
wow. Wow, it's a whole new
It is,
world.
except for that bar is opened at, I think it's later in the evening, so like maybe like five or six or something, or 8 or 6 or 7. I
It's
don't
early.
know.
5:00 somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Like you're also drinking like on the beach, not on the beach because we don't go on the beach because sand and water monsters.
I'm on the beach, dude.
I don't know, man. I'm by the pool.
I want to feel water go onto my. I've just been so long since I've been at the ocean, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm a water person in that way. But I do love pools and stuff too. But I'll definitely be at the
I'm
beach.
more of a pool person
You're
than like
there.
an open water person.
I'm not swimming in the ocean, but I'm definitely putting my feet in like just when it comes in, and then you feel this. You kind of sink a little, and then you step out of it. Might feel the little clams or hermit crabs, maybe. Still weirds me out, but you know.
Sounds
It's-
horrible.
Anyways.
Sounds horrible. I don't feel any crabs under my feet, pinching my toesies.
No pinchies, I
No,
swear.
no pinchy
Look at
here.
that tan line. Oh, wait, where's that? Look at that tan line.
And I'm
My
still
Apple Watch.
ghosty whites.
High altitude, baby. I'm right next to the sun.
Jordan's like so dark right now. Like I look
he
like a pale little ghosty baby.
Is he out? He's outside a lot, huh?
He's outside
Yeah.
a good chunk, but he also
More often than
tans
you are.
really fast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
I do too.
insanely
I don't know
fast.
what it is in my bloodline. I refuse to get an ancestry test though. 'Cause
No, I thought we were talking about doing that. Maybe.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It weirds me out. I was just listening to some stuff and like
Yeah, I gotta see the difference.
kind of weirds me
because
out.
Here's my skin. Here's Jordan's skin. Look at that. Look at that.
I'm like the Jordan and Kona is the Chelly in my relationship. He's pale ass. Like goes swimming and I'm like, you're glowing.
I'm glowing.
I have to do a quick pee break
Okay.
and then maybe we hop onto some. I have 5. Let me check. I have 6 would you rathers. Not saying we have to do them all tonight, but I do
I
have
have
a
a
few.
few, and then there's been a couple of Twitter submissions because I asked,
Ooh,
like I
how
asked, like
fun.
on my Twitter if people have some, and I think Jordan Keynes gave us one.
I like it. Okay, cool. So let's take a quick 5, and then we'll be back for some Would You Rather.
Yes. us. We're unmuted. Yay!
Like emptied our bladders.
Like unlike me streaming for 40 minutes, muted.
You're all talking to me, and I'm like only hearing Jordan. I'm like, I think you're muted, Shelly, because like you're like, what the fuck?
So Keenan was
now you need
asking
to take a
Jordan
test.
about. Yeah, you gotta take your birth. Your
I
23
did see that
me's.
when I sat down. Yeah, I am kind of curious. So Kona's sister did it. So I mean, Kona could do it too.
Well, like,
But
what's
it's
the point
been
now? It's
pretty
gonna be the
spot
same.
on. It's been pretty spot on of like what they have always been told. Now, my mom thinks, in which our historian family member on her side of the family disagrees, that her side of the family is part Maori, which is native to New Zealand, right?
Yes.
And because I get very tan rather quickly in the sun, and my light is really bright, so it's kind of showing it, but like not really. But I want to believe my mom a little bit, but at the same time I'm like, maybe it's just the type of skin I have.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the homegirl historian knows everything about that side of the family, and she's like, no, that doesn't exist. Y'all were herding sheeps. Like, no.
I would
So
believe
I don't
the
know.
homegirl over your
Right?
mom, not gonna lie.
Me too. When they left me sitting there waiting for an hour and a half with two toddlers. Anyways, I forgive you.
Does your car at least have AC?
Yeah, but I'm not going to sit there running AC. I sat in the shade and let the kids out. It just wasn't worth it.
Ah, fair.
It wasn't worth it for that moment. It's just, no, we're fine. We had our lunch. It was fine. But I was like, you fucking suck. Anyways, bros and sisters out there, I'm curious about, oh my gosh, how cool.
Yeah, Jordan knows nothing. Nothing.
That's really cool. I mean, find them.
Find them. Find all of your giant family.
Find them all.
Find them all.
Become as one. No, I'm just kidding. I don't look like either, so who knows for sure. That's like not exciting, but like interesting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say exciting, but I think it's interesting. I mean, it's a lot of like unknown though. That just kind of be kind of stressful, too. At the same time.
Like, I remember that, I can't remember what survey we had to take. I think for our taxes, we were randomly chosen. Was it our taxes? No, it was something as a census. We had to do like a random census for our area or whatever, and you have to do them. Like, you have to do them, Jordan. Because we've argued about this before, and he thinks you don't have to. And I'm like, there's literally people knocking on people's fucking doors to make them do like. Do
you live here?
Full form census. Those can be, they can be fun. But there's two forms. There's like the short one that's like a page long, or the long form, which is like 23 pages long. And we both got the long fucking form, and they ask a lot of personal shit, like your grandparents is from where, your parents are from where, like they ask you all of this shit, and like he's like, I can't answer this. I can't. Then there's
I don't know.
There was no options for I'm adopted. I don't know. And he's like, do I just lie? Do I go based off my adoptive family, or do like he got pretty heated about it, because he's like,
I don't blame him.
I'm really upset. Like, he got pretty upset about it.
Because that's a lot that you don't know, and you're questioning it constantly.
And like now,
and
like
they should
now
give
the
you an
government,
option. I'm sure they do, but
they didn't.
I'm sure they do now, maybe though.
This was like 2 years ago, dude.
Oh wow!
This was like 2 years
Get
ago.
with it, people.
Or last year.
Good Lord.
I'm not entirely sure, but it was like recently.
I've never filled out a census. Ever.
Yeah. Well, here there was a couple of people here that was like, I'm not doing it, and then we would have like the census people come in. And we allowed them up to people's suites, and they would knock on the door and argue with these people, essentially, because they're like, you need to either do this or you're going to get charged. Like, they're going to fine them.
What?
Yeah. And, like, this one guy, which was, like, you know, like, the flat earthers, like, I'm not getting vaccinated. The guy, like,
yeah.
do you remember this guy?
I remember immediately.
He, of course, was, like, one of the ones going, I'm not doing this. And then he had to write this whole essay explaining why he's not doing it, and then they would have to hand that in.
Wow.
Yeah. Like,
wow.
It was intense. Like, for, like, a couple months, they would come every couple days to go knock on people's doors.
Interesting. I've never filled anything out for the census yet in my adulthood.
Oh, yeah, right, Jordan. You got, like, an actual paper copy, and you physically wrote, I'm adopted. Required to complete the census.
$500?
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I never communicate and this is off topic to census, but I never do jury duty.
Have you ever been asked to?
Oh, yeah.
You just never go?
Nope.
That's my dream.
Trash.
I want to go to jury duty so bad.
They don't compensate you shit. And at the times when I've been summoned, I have had jobs that paid me more than what they could compensate me for that I couldn't leave work for. Like, it was just one of those scenarios. And I was just like, I don't think so. And I've never gotten in trouble, but I probably could.
Yeah, maybe.
You could either have, you could literally get jail time, fines, the whole nine for not being a citizen and doing your due diligence and blah, blah, blah.
I got asked once.
Like, whatever.
And I was in,
I disagree.
University at that time, failing my ass off. And I'm like, I can't go because I'm at college where I'm failing, but like I can't go, but I'm also failing. So I didn't go, and I've never been asked since, and it's so sad.
I just threw it away.
And summoned.
Goof. I once testified in front of a grand jury from a crazy case from my club. Oh my god!
Love it!
Oh, it's so intense!
Story time from Keens. Go.
Yeah. What was it about? Did someone have a fight? Oh my gosh, that is exciting. I probably should go on a jury since I love this shift. But
I was a great
bailiff
witness.
said I was a great witness, whatever that was. Well, it depends on who you were going against, I guess. He's like, okay, hold on, okay.
Lesbian
night.
Okay.
Intrigue.
Some past beef. Okay.
Oh. You're great because you were bald.
The girl outside was pregnant. Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
The lesbians are pregnant? The girls ran out and beat her up. Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
She lost the baby.
Oh
my god.
Oh my god, this just turned so heavy.
I don't mean to smile a lot, but
I was
holy
like
shit.
laughing and now it's not funny.
I was expecting that. Oh, allow.
Tonight. Oh shit.
Oh no, you denied it. Jeez.
Sorry, I meant that as in like
he typed crazy pregnant.
I didn't mean to deny that. I meant to allow it, but I denied the fact that they wanted me to do that. Sorry.
We're professionals.
Way more than I was.
I was ready to click allow, and then you denied it. It wasn't early.
I'm not used to auto mod. I'm so sorry.
It was early in the pregnancy. Oh damn, the stuff you've seen. She wasn't showing. Okay, wow.
Oh wow.
No, it's fine. This is what he said. They didn't know. Oh, that's what we.
So she knew. Did she know she was pregnant? She must have, right?
She must have if she knew.
Unless
if
she
knew that
miscarried.
she lost it.
Unless she miscarried during the fight, and that's why.
I had a deposition with the DA. Jesus! Oh my god!
Wow. Oh my god, I would be so stressed out.
Grand jury? Did you wear like a suit and everything? Did you shine up your bald head and went in front of a grand jury?
I didn't.
I think it was hard to prove.
Shelly, you guys are cracking me up. The girl that got pinned for it got off, I believe. Interesting. I mean, well, there were 4 girls on one, right?
Wax my head, damn right. Shine his bald head in that courtroom.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah, they were like, oh my god.
Sorry. That is wild.
That is wild. There's a lot of people
Coney-
fighting. Oh my god.
Coney used to be a bouncer for a bar up here that doesn't exist anymore, this bar. So, like, he can kind of relate to that scene. And I heard some, I don't remember them now, but there were some stories that he would come home telling me, and I was just like, I can't with that. I can't. Imagine, I just can't. Are you still doing the club stuff? By the way, I haven't seen any advertisements for it on the FB.
Very nice, Jordan. Mr. Burns clip of him shining his bald head.
Have you guys seen the TikTok of the mom who let her kid cut his hair like Mr. Burns because he really wanted it? Is it Mr. Burns? That's the one. Yeah, that's Mr. Burns with the hair.
That's the old man.
And the bald. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, currently paused on club stuff. All right, let me know. Check out I'll send it to you when I see it again.
Yes.
But
you need to.
I was dying. I thought of you guys and I forgot to send it because it was in between chaos. So
yes.
But interesting. That's some heavy shit to go through.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I have always denied jury summons because I'm like, I just no, because where I live, it's literally so far away from where I have to travel.
Oh, I bet.
Because I'm in a county where I would have to go at least an hour. Well, depends unless it's in South Lake, but I'm at least an hour drive, give or take, to get to the courthouse. To me, that's not worth it. Like, what are we judging here as a jury? You know what? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't feel like that was worth it for me ever. But then again, for how into true crime that I'm in, I'm surprised that I haven't taken that on. But my anxiety is like, oh, that sounds exciting. Nope. That's just where I go. Like, no, thanks. Because then I'll feel guilty. I feed off that shit way I don't know. I'm just sensey in that way. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. But that's intense. Thank you for sharing that story because that's wild. Whatever you get to jury will be boring. I see. That's how I feel.
Maybe it might be.
Maybe fun. Though it could be entertaining.
It could be the Johnny Depp versus like Amber Heard case. Like that would be amazing.
I don't know if I could have. I really don't know if I could have sat through that though.
I could. Dude, I watched it all, so like I feel like I could have sat through it all.
I am also okay. This is a big thing for me too. Is I am too biased with my opinion. Way too. I cannot have an open. I try. Well, it depends on the situation, but more than likely, anything that I'm going to summon for in this area, I'm going to have an opinion on. And they want an unbiased opinion. And I guarantee you, I'm going to be like, no. And it's just like a waste of my time to go through all of that. Come knock on my door and tell me I fucked up and I'll deal with it then. But like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I don't know. That's just how I feel. But let's move forward because that was exciting.
It's almost 9:00 and we need to do some would you rather.
How did it happen? It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. We've had to catch up. So like
we'll get a couple would you rathers in. Catch up, and we need them would you rather because we need the clips for the socials.
Hey, yes, and you never know. There's been a couple of clips already that's popped up on up, in this flow. So like we'll get there. Do you want to go first?
I'm going to go with the Twitter ones first. So,
okay, good.
So then Keynes and Jordan don't feel like we left him hanging.
We're leaving him hanging. Hangman.
Okay, so this is Jordan's. Would you rather shit your pants all the time in private or super loud and rank stinky fart in public all the time? Like every time you fart.
I would rather let everyone smell my sticky stench instead of fucking shitting myself in private.
But like, you're in private, so like, do you feel like this is what I like too, because Jordan's now given us this. The writer is in the room. I can ask all my stupid questions.
You're gonna ask all the questions.
So before you diarrhea and shit your pants, do you feel it coming on, or like is it like bam poop? It's like, do I seriously not have enough time to run to the toilet? Can I wear a diaper? Have no time to get to your
I can't with the diaper. No.
No diaper allowed?
I'd be sitting on the toilet forever. Are
yeah, like
your...
what if I just choose to permanently sit on the toilet?
Okay, diarrhea typically will always cause your butthole to, not always, but more than likely cause your butthole to burn, because whatever you did, that's so uncomfortable. I'd rather just like fuck everyone up with my poison butthole gas than like sit there shitting all the time by myself. Oh my god,
it won't
that sounds
happen
terrible.
until your pants are up. Okay, you're just making up the rules at this point. You're just making that shit up. Like, you don't know. You're just counter arguing my questions. That's all you're doing. But like, I wouldn't want to like rank fart in front of like my boss.
Oh my god.
It was shit your pants. But what if I don't wear pants? What if I just wear shorts?
I don't want to shit my pants ever. I almost shit my pants the other day from like,
farts are bad
pressing
enough,
a fart, okay?
But like, they're not loud and
that.
smelly. Like, if they're silent and smelly, then you can like kind of get away with this sneakily. Like, no one's gonna know it's you. Where's whatever. Come on now. Okay, fine.
Even though I know it'd be uncomfortable, especially around people, I think I'd rather fart in front of them than be alone shitting my pants.
Can I
never trust a fart? You're right, Sneak. You're right.
Never trust a fart. I've been burned.
I've been burned.
I wouldn't want to shit myself like all the time, so I guess I'll have to go with the fart. But I don't know. I don't want to shit my pants.
I don't want to shit my pants.
Because then you gotta
it's messy.
You go through so many pants then.
Oh my god, all the laundry? No, thank you.
Yeah, and like,
sorry.
Once you shit your pants, like, can you really put on those same pairs of pants?
Not until after you wash them.
Even when you wash it, like the mental thought of I shit in these pants, could you wear those pants again?
Yes.
Yes?
As long as I knew I washed them properly, yes, I'd wear them again.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of cleaning products out there to like.
I could wear them again. I don't know.
Clean it up for sure. I don't know. That doesn't stress me as much as like shitting in a diaper. Fucks me up. No.
No?
Sorry, my dog just barked. There could be a bear.
Oh my god.
That's an aggressive bark.
Kids clothes, diapers.
What is it, Lola?
Wash. You're good. I guess you're right, goofing. Kids shit themselves quite often. And
yeah.
Clothes are clothes, I guess.
Especially when they're very small. Once they hit about 2, they don't shit as often. It's typically when they're being fed a liquid diet like breast milk or formula.
Oh, yeah.
And then like the pureed food, they're shitting forever. And then they start getting solids, and then it's like you got some hard nuggets going on.
It evens them out.
Different. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think the farting's the best option, but like I don't like either option.
Oh no, I don't like either option at all. I don't want anyone to like fucking. Man, there's some times in the morning Kona will rip a fart in the morning, and I'm like, all right, that was funny, haha. Then the smell, engulfs the room, and I'm like, dude, you fucking suck.
You're talking about me. Jordan, like when we're going to bed, if I'm still like awake and like fully awake, and I feel a fart coming on, out of respect, I will leave the room and fart because I know Jordan will.
So kind of you.
Because I've had Jordan react to my farts sometimes, so but then there's a point where like I'm like, look, Jordan, I'm trying to go to sleep. I don't have time to get up to fart. So if I fart, you're dealing with it, and that's that.
For us, I'm like. So this is TMI, but Kona will lift the blanket and fart and like let it air out.
Yeah.
And that just like gets me, and I'm like, can you just leave it in the blanket? I don't care.
Really? You want it left in the blanket?
I'd rather it just not come into my nostrils. And
but
then,
like when you move, it kind of seeps up, into your nose. Wouldn't you just have it like fully aired out instead of seeping up?
I don't know. I normally have to cover my face no matter what if it's that bad. So
I guess.
You know what I mean?
Oh, my Lord. Welcome to Wawta Podcast, where we talk about farts and sharts and poops and...
I heard that's so perfect.
Slowly seeps out of the blanket and lasts longer. Exactly, Jordan hates it.
It doesn't last longer.
For Jordan, it does, but also my farts linger. When I say it lingers, it's like 5 minutes will pass and the room still smells bad.
That's too funny.
It's
too funny.
I love it. It's not. I got the smelly fire farts.
I mean, it depends on what we eat, honestly, and that's what will make us.
It's everything for me.
That's fair. Remember the night when we both had them?
There was a night.
Oh man, you guys had fart battles.
This happened years ago. We both had like the smelliest farts ever, and like we were both just dying. And then we actually like put a candle in our room and stepped out to let it like do its thing, because it was just, we were having a fart battle and we both lost.
Oh my god, that's so great. What a love. What a love, man.
What a love.
I support that.
Farts together stays together.
Hey, nobody wants to break in a new couch. It's the same, you know? Like, you get a new couch, it's like, just, you're comfy.
When we got my new car, like after my car was stolen and we were going shopping for a new car.
I forgot about that. I remember that.
Yeah, and we were test driving the car, like the car that we currently have, and we were test driving it, like I'm driving the car, and then like the girl steps out, and like Jordan and I are like in the car, and then I turn around and say, we have to get this car. And like he's like, why? And I'm like, because I farted in it. So I was like, I've sealed the deal. We got to get this car. Because I've already farted in it.
I would have been like, yo, I just stripped ass in that car. Let's go look at another one.
Nah, it was a done deal. I farted in the car. We got to get it.
Oh, I love it. That's an amazing story. My face hurts from that one. Oh my god, that was great. Oh, what a story. Thank you. That was fantastic. But it's like almost like it's like a dog marking its territory, right? It's kind of similar in that way, you know? In that way. Exactly. You're to compare it to anything. Oh my god, that's great.
It is, seriously. Okay, so we got one from Keen's as well.
Ooh!
Would you rather make $250K a year doing a job you hate, or minimum wage doing what you love most? And for people like me, that $250K doesn't mean a whole lot. I need to see how much that is a month. So
divided by 12.
Divided by 12, you're making $21,000. Let's say. Let's round up.
What is the job that I would hate though? Could I make it? Could I make myself kind of like it if I'm doing it?
Yeah, like I don't know. You have to clean like a sewage drain. I don't know what your peak gross job is. But
I mean,
like 5 years and quit. Fun. Oh, is that the rules, Keens? Can we do the job for a certain amount of time and then quit? Or are we stuck with this job until we retire? That's a good question.
Until retirement, yeah, that's a good question.
Save money and quit after a few years. But we need the writer, Keens, to give us the rules.
You have to kill people with drone strikes. Sometimes they're innocent.
What are we talking about?
What? That's the job that we have to do for $250K a year?
That's not part of the question. This is a part of the would you rathers.
Excuse me.
With drone strikes. So like if I'm not
so are we cleaning shit out of a sewer, or are we fucking drone striking over here? Like what the fuck?
I got escalated so fast. $250K a year. That's the job. Okay, a drone strike is better than like walking up on people and shooting them, right?
Fuck that. No,
but you didn't write that in the tweet.
I would do a job that I liked. If that's the circumstance, I'd be a cashier or a fucking toilet cleaner the rest of my life. I'm not going to kill innocent people for that much money. I refuse.
Jordan will do it.
Go ahead, Jordan. Get your ghost recon
them in the face. So too bad. wrong places.
Oh, fuck that. I would still feel fucked up by that shit. No way. I wouldn't break but if you were in the military,
it's not the same thing. Like,
I mean, we could go deep on this one, but I'll keep it subtle. But
the minimum wage job is a dream job, kind of easy for me.
So
I'm confused by your rules. I don't think you understand what you wrote.
it depends. Well, I mean,
oh wait, the minimum wage is a job you love.
Is it dream job kind of easy for me?
Shaving heads? What are you talking? Oh, is that his dream job? Shaving heads. But like,
for him, is like running a club. I think is what you're implying, right, Sneak?
Any job you love, eventually.
Yeah, I'm with Sneak.
The job aspect might kill it. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like we love streaming, but like if streaming became our full-time everyday job, we got to do it from 8 till 8 every day. Wouldn't
12 hours? That's fucked up, dude.
I'm just like,
that's not cool, Jelly.
You see streamers doing 8 to 8?
No, I got my limits.
Fine, 8 to 5.
No, but you're right. That's legit. You're right. They do and have gone at over 12 hours before. You're right. You're right. Especially if you're trying to grow your channel, right?
Yeah.
You decide the job you hate and love.
Okay.
That's kind of what I implied out of that too.
Me too.
Or what I understood. Excuse me.
You need to answer this. Can we do it for a couple years and then quit, or do we have to do it until we retire?
That's a good clarification.
Because I could probably do a job I hate for like a couple years, like, and quit and go do my minimum wage.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Really?
I've seen people in this job forever.
Until you die?
Okay, that's fair.
Not even retirement?
Because I've seen people like I look at people's like jobs when they come to apply for apartments because that's part of my job. And there's some people that I look at and I'm like, what do you even do with this money? For fuck's sake. Like there's somebody that's applied for a suite and he makes $10,000 a month.
Oh.
Which I'm just like, what are you doing with this money?
Where do you make that money? Holy shit.
I can't remember. He worked for Grubhub, whatever the fuck that is.
Okay,
but I think he's like but I think he's a tech guy in Grubhub.
Oh, okay.
I guess
it's kind of like DoorDash kind of deal. Grubhub, isn't that similar? Something similar. Maybe not so. DoorDash, but it's something kind of similar, right?
I think
I don't have any of that shit in Tahoe. You don't get shit delivered to your house unless it's Amazon or through whatever, and you're lucky that even happens, okay?
Yeah.
Because they're like, you don't actually exist here. And I'm like, yes, I fucking do. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm here. I'm on the planet Earth. Right here.
So
they don't believe me. Anyways.
Since the option now is you gotta do it forever until you retire, I'd probably stick with minimum wage than something I love. Because there's plenty of jobs I would probably hate. And it involves gross things probably.
What job would I choose? What do I hate to do?
I would hate,
honestly, that would make me that much money.
Like, you see, like, those shows of, like, gross jobs and they're cleaning out sewer pipelines and shit like that, or cleaning
that wouldn't
out
bother me.
That would bother me so bad.
Just the thought of if I had, like, mask shit on, as you
I'd be scared of it touching my skin.
That wouldn't bother me.
Septic tanks, that's it, Jordan.
What would bother me more is, like, cleaning or replacing glass on a high-rise building.
Ooh, yeah.
Like that kind of shit, or like even doing construction on a high-rise building where you're on scaffolding and shit. I have a weird I don't really like heights too much, so that's where my mind goes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not as I'm definitely with you wouldn't hate killing people by drug. I would hate that, but I didn't know that was your thing. Okay, you said we could choose the job we hate. I'm saying I hate fucking doing things where my legs are wobbling. I got vertigo. All right, like
So what if you were a slave driver in a third world country?
Oh my god! You know what? Fuck you, dude. I thought this was just about me. I'm being like narcissistic
Personal
apparently,
jobs.
thinking about this, okay? But like, if we're throwing that there, like, you're right. Thank you for the options. Like,
What's
I
up,
think I keep my
Becca?
fucking day job.
You love heights?
Becca.
Nah, man.
I was just like, we all had this conversation last year. Becca's like, I love heights. And Steve's like, I hate heights. Hi, Becca Boo.
What's up, Becca?
I don't think I could. No, I couldn't do that. No slaves, no drone bombing. Bexa. Sorry, the X. He missed the C. Or maybe he did that on purpose. I don't know. I've been listening to this for the past hour and I'm living for it. Yeah,
Good. I'm glad you liked it. Torture
Fuck
people
you,
in China.
Sneak.
What the fuck?
Oh my lord, I just can't even. There are so many jobs I can't even think about that were like just
this
so
escalated.
shitty.
We were just talking about shitty jobs, and he's like, drone attacks, torture China,
Oh my
slave
God.
driver.
I mean, you could
slave
get-
trader.
I was gonna say sex trafficking. Like, no.
Like,
No.
that escalated. And
Day job. Give me a
And, like,
cashier or
the
a
police
toilet
is
to
like,
scrub. Give me all the
working on
Puma stones,
buildings.
okay? Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm saying things that I personally would hate.
Yeah.
And I would hate. No.
And I wouldn't clean
absolutely
a
would
septic
not
tank.
strap myself up. I will clean it. I will
No.
clean a septic.
No.
If I had the proper tire that had me suited up and my hair was all up in its shit and
No.
it wasn't exposed and I was in a full suit,
No.
I could do that no problem.
Couldn't do it. No. It's
No
gross.
problem.
I
Whatsoever.
hate, even like with our job here, like whenever we have to clean like a toilet, like someone else is like, when they move out, you
Give a
got to clean their
fuck
toilet.
about the 1%,
I
dude.
can't clean people's toilet. I have to have
Oh,
like
I
gloves
can.
on.
I do that for a living already.
I
don't
know,
give
but
a
I
fuck.
just don't like other people's
You to
feces.
each their own. To each their own. Exactly.
Like,
That's what
I don't
makes
mind cleaning
us
our
different.
toilet because it's just us two pissing and shitting.
I agree.
I don't know what
but,
these
like,
other people are doing. And, I don't know.
I've walked into some of the units the job that I work at now, and it hasn't been too bad yet, but I definitely walked into a room where I was like, this motherfucker was drunk last night. There was puke on the toilet,
No.
a little bit of shit hanging off the sides,
Uh,
and you just fucking send it. Like, I can't explain. That shit does not bother me whatsoever. It's the
No.
heights, the killing people, the torture.
well, that's Keys'
If you gotta-
crazy
That's why
brain.
I'm like, yo, I can clean up some shit. That's fine. I pick up these fucking people leave their dog poop bags like just everywhere up here, and I pick them up on walks with the kids, and John's
that's
all
different.
about
Like,
it too.
they're,
now.
like they're
I'm
in a
just
bag,
saying, like,
so that's fine.
I'm not, but still, like, it's still
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
in a bag. How do you
Yeah.
know they didn't touch that shit on where you're touching it?
Don't-
You don't know.
No, I don't want to
You
think
know?
about it.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just, the cleaning part, cleaning's always gonna have to be done. So
Yes.
that doesn't bother me. Creating the thing that's gonna have to be cleaned up is what fucks me up. Like, really. You know? Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah.
And then there's me a grab a rag and hand write in there. Don't carry you. Wait. And then there's me grab a rag and
He's
hand.
saying that he will bare hand clean
Oh,
a toilet and then just wash
oh.
his hands.
Me too. Shh.
I can't. I can't.
I don't wear gloves, and that's
No.
probably really disgusting. I will
No.
openly admit that.
I can't do it. It's gross. Mentally, I can't do it.
I totally. I
can't.
use a Puma stone to clean the poo ring. Yeah, you got to do it.
I can't do it.
You want a nice clean toilet? That's what you got to
What about
do.
the guy that cleans up a gay sex club?
I mean, it's just bodily fluid. That just doesn't.
Nah.
It doesn't bother me.
It bothers
I'm just
me a
in that
lot.
way. Charlie's
It-
like, no.
Really grosses me out.
Heights and,
Like, for instance,
killing
like
people bother. I'd rather clean up after the
Like,
drone
this is-
strike than doing the drone
to
strike.
show you how much I don't like people's bodily fluids. It's like in high school, we were in science class and we had to fill up a beaker of spit. And we all, like, my friends and I were like, let's take
That's
turns
gross.
filling up
Oh.
this beaker of spit. And I'm like, I can't touch this beaker because you've all spat in it and it's gross and your lips have touched it and that's disgusting. And I'm not spitting in this.
I can't.
Nah,
It's
can't
kind
do
of
it.
warm, you know.
No, I can't do it. Like, it was so gross and disgusting. And like, for instance, today Jordan was painting a suite with his shirt off because it's boiling hot here, and his face was all sweat. He was sweating. He was sweating a lot, so much sweat. And he came running up on me, trying to kiss me with his sweaty lips, and I'm like, "Don't fucking touch me!" And so I put my hand on his chest, and it was just, bleh. It was just sweaty. It was like a waterfall I touched.
It doesn't bother me that much, but I get what you're
saying. And
I get why you don't like it.
I was disgusted. I had to run out of the room, and he's trying to like hug me still. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. And it was so gross.
Oh my god.
It was, I don't like bodily fluids. I don't like sweat. I don't like puke. I don't like poop. I don't like spit. Nah, gross. Gross.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah, I give lots of fucks.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny.
I think we can all agree that we're choosing the like the minimum wage job that pays that you love. I think we can all agree that we're all choosing that. Unless Keen's is going to his fucked up world where he's like a slave driver. With the job you hate. You're going with the job you hate.
We just immediately go to like shit and piss and like
Jordan, what's the job you hate?
Oh my god.
What's the job you hate that you just do? That you gotta do till you retire? It's all about the money, honey.
All about the money.
What job is it, Jordan?
I have not felt that in my face in a minute. That was so fucking funny, Charlie. I can't.
I don't like it. It's not saying it's not PC. Wow. Well, I can imagine now.
That's intense. Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So those are our two viewer submitted would you rathers.
We got to do that more often.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that was fun.
And you and I on our personal accounts can share it, and then people can input.
Hey, Jarvis, smelling Chili's bars. Yes, and guessing what kind of food that I ate prior. Yeah.
Imagine just getting paid to
smell someone's farts. Like, I'd be fine because farts don't gross me out.
I mean, you're not getting paid, but imagine people buying farts in a jar. I mean, honestly. It's a special breed. Oh my god, that is so funny.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
My farts are that rank. You think he's joking, but they are rank.
Hey, I don't judge anyone on their stinky farts, but I will probably be like, "Oh my god, that fucking stinks," and then like laugh. I laugh gagging away because farts are hysterical.
It's because of one he did. He woke the other night. Apparently, I punched him in the face when like we were sleeping, or I elbowed him like in the face and woke him up, and he has like a sore nose now because I nailed him. I nailed him, and I don't even remember doing it.
I used to talk in my sleep all the time. That's so funny. I don't know if I still do. We haven't called each other out on that in a minute, but
no.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
It still hurts his nose. Yeah. I got him real good.
God, it's so funny. Okay. Should we do one more? Or
sure.
How do you feel? Okay.
You do one.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what to choose. Okay, since we've been talking about poop and stuff, I'm just going to continue because this was my second one, but I have other ones. I'm going to do two quick ones, actually. I'll start with my first one.
Sure.
Okay. Would you rather have a ghost best friend, a zombie best friend, or a vampire best friend?
Ghost best friend.
And then I have a poop one after this.
Zombie best friend or a vampire best friend, did you just say?
Mm-hmm. Ghost, zombie, or vampire.
Ghost. Because the zombie's a zombie, you know?
Yeah.
And he's going to want to eat your brains. A vampire, eventually, he might be like, I want to suck your blood. Exactly. Oh my god.
That's so funny. No, I'm all about ghosts too. When I read that, I was like, ghosty. I'll be
I'm
ghosty,
choos-
homie.
I'm
As long
choosing
as we're
ghosty.
homies, you know what I mean? We're chill.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
choosing
ghost.
ghost because
Oh my
I think I
God.
liked a very similar question to that. Let me just yeah. Or I had it I liked made a screenshot of a very similar question.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it or should we
Yeah.
add it to the mix? Would you rather be friends with a alien or a ghost? It was just two options, an alien or a ghost.
Alien.
Yeah, I agree because he might be able to take you on little adventures.
I mean,
right?
yeah. I mean,
So I
alien
can live
for
forever.
sure.
But would you want to live forever in the stories they could tell? The stories they could tell, true. A vampire could tell a lot of stories. Was your best friend. Some vampires are sophisticated. I may go, you're going to go with the Vampire Kings, and Becca chose a ghost. Ghost aliens terrify me because they real.
I think ghosties are real though too, and it
Yeah.
just depends on the ghostie.
Yeah, but if it's your
I
friend.
obviously wouldn't want to be friends with a demon unless they were chill with me. Obviously.
Well, if we're friends, then obviously
if they're friends, and that's part of the stipulation is your homies. I'm gonna go ghosty on the first question, but with the one Chelly just did, I definitely say alien because I why not?
Yeah.
Like if that's the two options, I'm saying aliens are real.
Aliens are so real. 100% real. The U.S.
I
pretty much
they just recently proved it.
Like they proved it. Like they kind of announced it. They kind of like debunked.
They're like, yeah, they really exist.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Basically.
they're real. Let's go focus on something else.
Don't worry about Area 51 anymore. It's somewhere else, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's somewhere
Guaranteed.
else. It's been somewhere else for a long time.
For a long time. Heck yeah. No probing for this guy?
No, you're best
Ooh.
friends. You're friends.
You're homies. Does that mean you're going to probe each other? I mean, you might.
You might be best friends, like more than best friends. Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe you're friends with benefits.
I
Hello.
want to believe. They're totally real, 100%. 100% real. We're going to see aliens in our lifetime.
Alien butt buddy.
Alien butt buddies. But yeah, for the first question, ghost. I think having a ghost friend would be super cool. Because as Jordan said,
Second one, alien. Yeah.
Like Jordan said, like vampires have like a story to tell. Maybe your ghost friend has stories to tell too.
What if the ghost was from like who knows how long?
Exactly.
Like we don't have,
I don't got
we don't
grandkids.
have a, yeah. I don't like our grandkids for life.
I don't got grandkids, so that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Our grandkids' lifetime. What is the what? Wait, what?
He says like the aliens
I
won't come down in our lifetime.
I think they already have.
They're already here.
If we are going out there and exploring shit, and there's all these fucking universes out there, you don't think some other motherfucker out there isn't exploring shit? Really? Not saying they're just focusing on Earth, necessarily. But I do think that if they were to focus on Earth, then they've been here.
Yeah.
My
definitely.
Opinion. We won't know it for another 100 years or so. Interesting.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, in our lifetime, we probably won't know. But then again, you never know. Maybe we've met an alien and we just don't know. Disguising themselves as humans. All right, so I have a second one.
Okay.
This will probably be the last one. This one's poop related. Because
nice.
Poop's funny.
I love it.
So would you rather poop in the only toilet at a party, knowing that you'll clog it, or poop in the bushes in the backyard?
In the backyard, do I have toilet paper? Am I wiping my butt with leaves?
I'm going to give an exception that if you steal the toilet paper from the bathroom, if you're lucky to get into it, considering it's one bathroom in a house party, which can be pretty tough to find a roll of toilet paper, you might as well just shit in the toilet. You're more than likely just shitting without toilet paper, but if you're lucky enough to find toilet paper around,
or
you can find it.
Or tissue
or
around
a leaf.
The party.
Or a leaf. Just use leaves, go savage.
You can wash up later.
Exactly. I mean...
So if I shit in the toilet, I'm definitely clogging it.
Yes.
Is that what the question was?
Yeah, it's okay. Would you rather poop in the only toilet at a party, knowing that you'll clog it, or poop in the bushes in the backyard?
I can always unclog it, right? With
What if they don't have a plunger?
Well, what fucking idiot doesn't have a plunger?
Trust me, dumb people are out there and they don't have plungers.
We get calls from tenants being like, we clogged our toilet. Can we borrow a plunger? And then I'm like, you fucking idiots.
You live here. Like, get yourself a damn
You're a grown
plunger.
adult.
What
Get a
in
fucking,
the world?
That should be one of your first purchases as an adult living in an apartment.
Sorry.
Like, you idiots.
That's like a basic 101 thing.
And, like,
buy,
we all know
in my opinion.
you took a big old shit. And, like, they're all coy going, could you, like, leave it outside? And then, like, I'll go and unclog my own toilet. And we're like, just let us in. We know you took a giant shit.
And more than likely, it's not the shit that's clogging it. It's the amount of toilet paper you've used to wipe your ass that's clogging it.
Wipes, like wet wipes. And they're like,
wipes.
I didn't know that I couldn't flush this. And then this one day, Jordan like went up and someone clogged their toilet because they put down a bunch of like wet wipes, and then they're like, I didn't know, and then he picked it up and said, you cannot flush this. And then like, and they're like, oh, I didn't know that. And he's like, read the freaking box. Like,
sign everywhere, sign.
I will just assume, because I just hope because they're adult. And you know what? If I take a shit and I clog the toilet and you don't have a plunger, I'm shaming you. I'll be like, yeah, of course people let it clog. Of course people are gonna like shit in your toilet. Be an adult. Mm-hmm. Get a plunger. I'm choosing shit in the toilet, clog it up.
I'm shitting in the bush.
Depends on the type of shit though. Is it a nice solid shit that's going to just land on the ground, or is it wet diarrhea that's going to splash everywhere?
I'm saying goodbye to my underwear and I'm going to use it as a toilet paper. And I'm going to go commando. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I've been to house parties in this scenario before.
My God,
back in the day. Oh, girl, I used to go.
You savage. You savage.
I'm savage. It's a Dumb and Dumber type of scene of shit. Like, oh, that's brutal. But that's like diarrhea.
Yeah.
He's sitting there with a fucking laxative. That's not fair.
Yeah, well,
he got juked with a massive laxative though. Like in that scenario, if it was Dumb and Dumber type.
I like how everyone's like, I'm not choosing this. I'm not gonna out myself to shit in the toilet, clogging up.
I just gave myself out hardcore on how, because I genuinely would probably be like, first of all, I think of how long is the line in the toilet or to the toilet, and like, should I just go outside, or am I? The only reason I'm gonna clog is if I use too much toilet paper or wipes. Do they have toilet paper? Do they have wipes? All these questions start popping up.
So much about Jill tonight. You know what, Keens?
Maybe too much? No, it's never too much.
It's never too much. There's always more. I have like a secret that I've been dying to tell, but I'm still not going to tell it.
Oh,
I might tell you privately, Cleese, but I got a story that I would love to tell, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet in my life to let people know. Jordan's the only one that knows about this.
You can say it.
I can. You got to tune in next time. I might spill the beans. Dangle that carrot. I might tell the story. One day.
He's trying to miss He's like, what the fuck? I don't remember. Fuck that carrot.
Bitch, you know. Eat that carrot. Nah. I'm gonna dangle that carrot there.
Oh my God!
I got a secret golden story, and I'll tell you this. I'll text you the story, please, after, so you can see what it is. But gotta tune in.
I get the inside.
You gotta get the inside, and one day you gotta keep watching, and I'll spill the beans one day.
Oh my!
I'll become confident enough that you guys won't just judge me and abandon me because they're like, how could you? How could you? Like, how could you not plan ahead?
Oh, no. I mean, sometimes how do you plan ahead, though, in certain scenarios? You know what I mean? Maybe this is a thing that you should have. I don't know what that is, but, like, no, it's like, oh, my gosh.
I don't know, man.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so funny. Oh, oh. I once stole a large inflatable Jägermeister bottle from a bar, and my mom
Nice.
helped me. That's
Your mom
one secret I
helped
have. Yeah. My mom's that kind of mom. When
it's
you're doing something bad,
inflatable.
she's like, "Oh, let's do it. Come on."
So was it like inflated?
Yes. Yes.
And how did you get out? Like, how big was it?
It was the size of, it was like a large bottle. It was like the size of, hold on, maybe a gas pump.
Oh, wow.
Like, but wider, like essentially looking like a Jaeger bottle. But it was full. Does that make sense? Like, so it was, I don't know, maybe 5.5 feet tall and 3 feet wide and 2 feet deep.
Prison wallet.
Actually, okay, so the story of what happened to is I was living in an apartment above the store in town. And yes, we deflated it quickly and shoved it in the car. So I'm like, Mom, I gotta have that. I need that. I want that. And she's like, okay, let's do it. Send it. She's such a little criminal. I love her. But I also want to, we had MASH anyways. So anyways, I had it stored underneath the building that I lived in the storage that I had. And as I was moving out to come get the last bits of my things, my manager / landlord's husband taken everything that I owned under there and threw it away.
What?
I don't know what I lost, and it doesn't matter. And that's the moment that I stopped giving a fuck about material things. Literally, that was the moment that I was like, well, I don't know what I lost, but I don't care because it's gone now. So it's the ending of the Jaeger bottle. But I had a Jaeger bottle once that was inflatable. It was for an event called Snowfest up here. Then I took it for sure. It might have still been inflated when we took it. I don't really remember that. Jägermeister's a very strong alcohol.
So did you have to like distract the bartender? Or did you just kind of like
no,
doop, and then just walk out?
They were inside the bar. I was outside. This thing was just sitting outside, chilling. Like, yeah. And I'm not one to like typically steal shit. Let me put it that way. I'm a very honest person. But when you're a little intoxicated and you're feeling kind of like feisty,
yeah,
things happen. And especially with Jägermeister, the spices and that shit. Oh boy. So I admitted that, but it's gone now. I don't own it anymore. And so I don't feel obligated to like take ownership of it because it's been in the dump for 10 years. But that's my story. That's a one little secret that I don't tell too often. It's a dumb secret, but like it happened. I don't know. I've pissed outside. I've squatted. I don't, as far as maybe not pooping as much outside, but I've had to, pop squats out.
That shit to be stolen
outside,
is given to bars for free. Yeah, true.
Thank you. See, I knew it wouldn't be a big deal, honestly, going through it, but at the same time, it felt so scandalous.
Like Jordan and I have stolen like so many things from like bars and restaurants, like
little ramekins, or you're like, ooh, this is like a nice glass.
Our steak knives that we have, every one of them is from like a steakhouse. Every single one we have is from a steakhouse.
Oh
our steak knives are from just like restaurants. We sold like chopsticks from restaurants.
Chopsticks are legit.
I stole this this IHOP mug because I really wanted their IHOP mug. So I stole it. We got beer glasses. Like we're just
Nana help you steal that one.
Kleptos out there stealing. Nana helped us steal the IHOP glass. Jordan, give me my IHOP glass wherever it may be. There it is, my little IHOP glass that my Nana helped me steal.
Go Nana!
Go Nana! Go Nana! We also stole this glass from like White Spot. We sold this giant beast from White Spots and IHOP, and I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Really.
I don't give a fuck.
I remember when I first started seeing Kona, and we moved in together officially. His mom gave us a bunch of ramekins that she had taken from like random restaurants and stuff. So we had like little tiny little ramekins to put our dip sauces and stuff for so long. I don't have them anymore.
That's funny.
Through all the moving, so that reminds me of.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
you know what? I mean, it happens. So
Yeah,
it happens, but it's just like
they have
this
tons.
is a nice glass, and you guys can get them. Mostly, you get them for free at the bar, and so
Yeah,
if you haven't, as an employer, you took one for yourself, then sorry.
yeah.
I'm taking one as a customer. I paid like $10 for that beer, so
Exactly, and I'm taking the glass with me.
yeah, keep the cup.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice cup.
That's a great cup.
Yeah, with
That's
white spot on
fantastic.
it. I love
Yeah.
white spots.
That's a great cup.
It has like a little lip here.
Yeah, the little lip there.
Love it.
Awesome. That's a great cup.
That's a good one.
I like it. Absolutely love it. I had like a 500 story. This is that popped in my head, but it's almost 9:30, and I don't know how far you want to go, so I'm just gonna reel it in a little bit. But yeah, so this has been a phenomenal evening, you
It
guys.
was.
I just have to say thank you guys for being interactive in chat and listening to our shenanigans and our deep dark secrets. That more will come out, I'm sure.
More will come out down the line. I'm dangling that carrot. I got a good
She's
one.
dangling it.
Dangle, dangle, dangle.
I'm sure some random stories in my mind will pop up that I can remember, but I don't know. Yeah. I can think of quite a few right now at the moment, but they're mostly like me being dumb and drunk in my youth. So like I try not to like throw myself under that bus too hard, but
Yeah.
here I am. So, but yeah, this was a blast. Should we find someone to raid, or how are we feeling?
You got anybody?
Let me look. Anyone have any suggestions for a good raid option? If you're still chilling, I'm gonna look too.
I got someone pressure washing, if that's an idea.
Pressure wash.
Does anyone else know of anyone? Because I got nothing.
Titty streamers. Oh my god.
All these titty streamers.
And it's like all about the hype, all aboard the hype train, and it's literally like tits, something
tits.
dark, tits, stray.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with titties. Well,
Nothing
titties,
wrong
right?
with titties.
But
There's Oren
yeah, why
as
don't we send
well.
it to? I think I picked the last person, so why don't you pick this person? The next
Let's
person.
do Oren, I guess.
Okay.
Let me type in his name. Oh, we're already following. So I put up the raid command. If y'all want to copy and paste it, and we'll go show Oren some love. He's playing an indie horror game right now.
Oh, how fun.
So hopefully we'll snatch him in some scary scenes. But yeah, it's been great fun.
Great fun. Lots of laughs. Needed
Lots
this
of
tonight.
laughs. Yeah, it's been
Oh
too
my
long.
gosh. Been too
so
long.
long.
2 weeks is too long.
2 weeks is too long.
Way too long. Oh, man.
Too long.
But we will definitely see you guys next week for Wawta Wednesday. We start
Wawta
7 p.m.
Wednesday.
Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
Make sure to follow us if you haven't yet on our Twitter, Wawta Podcast _Wawta _podcast, YouTube, Wawta Podcast, and TikTok, Wawta Podcast. TikTok and YouTube's going off right now. Chelly's phenomenal at making sure that our clips and our streams in general just get edited and to these amazing clips. And so if you can go support those, that'd be awesome as well, because we want to grow this podcast. We'd love to see it go somewhere. So thank you guys for being here and your support, and we love y'all.
We love y'all.
Big time.
Long time.
Long time. Lult is what I used to say. Love you long time, but with a U instead of a Y. So Lult.
Lult.
Like this.
Well.
Lult. I know, it sounds silly, but that was one of the things I used to say a long time. Anyways. Don't leave. Party's not over. But
Bye. We have 3 seconds. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.